No?
No thanks. We already ate. We got Boca Brian lunch day anyway.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, everybody. The game's on. Time to turn off Christopher Lowell. I'm a sports watcher. I'm a sports watcher. Looking at the guys. My, oh my. I'm a sports watcher. I'm a sports watcher. Look, they're patting their butts now. Oh. Since I was a boy, I threw away my dollhouse toys. When I saw my first game, I got a swell on. Most men won't confess. They privately wear a dress, watching ESPN in fishnet nylons. I'm a sports watcher. I'm a sports watcher. Look at the size of his bulge. I'm a sports watcher. I'm a sports watcher. Look, they're patting their butts now. To listen to sports radio all day and hear macho sports talk. What's the over and under? Is that underwear? What's over my underwear?
902 at 560 WQAM. Now, what kind of a promotion was that this morning? I actually heard my name a little bit there at the end of the Mo Show. Did you hear that?
God damn it.
Neil God damn it is coming up next, and then yada yada yada, and the Mad Dog at 1, and a Humper, the king of South Florida radio, Hank Goldberg. Since when? When is the Humper the king of South Florida talk? Is that what it says on his billboards?
I don't know. There was a
and
coronation.
Speaking of that, does the Humper have any billboards? And what about the Mad Dog? And what about Mo? Huh?
Aren't there your general QAM billboards?
No, there's the generic one. It says we got balls, but that's for the sports nerd games. Like you just heard that bit.
Yeah.
What about for all the rest of us? Beside that one that changes every 5 seconds, that I'm like 1/4 of it, which means that 75% of the people going by on a highway by that one on 95, 75% of them don't see my billboard because it's one out of 4.
Are you starting?
See what I'm saying? Huh?
Sounds like you're nitpicking.
Sounds like a lawsuit to me. If you catch my drift. What are we going to do about poor Wayne Arnold now? Yeah, at least tomorrow I'll get lunch from Wayne and Hudson so they know we still love him.
All right.
In spite of his sex-related arrests and the fact that they claim he doesn't live in the district where he's running for Davytown Council. Hey, Wayne, listen, we don't care whether you're on the Davytown Council or whether you're whipping it out or what you're doing. We don't care. We still love you, don't we?
Yes, we do.
We love Wayne Arnold and we love that free food especially. And Hudson as well.
Right.
Pretty interesting story in the Herald. They're pretty disturbing. Wouldn't you say? Nah, not really. And then the thing about the House of Prostitution. Probably a lot of people want to know where the hell that was. And then the thing about those swinger clubs. I think maybe that's why he gravitated to me and to you.
Yeah.
All a big bunch of perverts. And then we got Jeff Cohen in there, too. It's your pervert show on WQAM, where we're radio-ish.
Dirty birds of a feather flocking together.
Here's our first call of the day from Cooper City. It's going to be a good one. Hello.
Good morning, Neil. How you doing?
Great.
Okay. The pictures yesterday they had of Khalid Sheikh Mohammed.
Yeah.
Who did that look like?
Ron Jeremy.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I said yesterday on the show.
I wasn't listening yesterday.
Well, shame on you, sir. Shame on you. Did we give you a pass?
No, well, but how many do I got to say? How many hail Neils do I have to say?
72.
72?
Yeah.
I will do that, sir. You have a wonderful day.
Start counting now. Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, he looked just like Ron Jeremy on a bad day. Khalid Sheikh Your Booty Mohammed. Yeah, they embarrassed him. They broke in there like in the middle of the night, late at night. He was in his underwears and all this stuff. Hey, no, I think it's wonderful. We're doing a job of rounding up the real evildoers now.
Right.
Now let's. How about we put all of our energies into that instead of this religion-based jihad that the president wants to unleash on Saddam and the Iraqi people? See, if you're going to save Iraq, you have to kill a whole bunch of them first. If you're going to save the Iraqi people,
Right. We're only going to kill the bad ones, though, right?
no,
Oh,
we don't have time to be that selective.
we're using
But I mean,
smart bombs.
the war on the terrorism, that's great. I think everybody is all in favor of that, including all these other countries that are like foaming at the mouth
Right.
against this war in Iraq.
Everybody.
We're all in favor of that. Let's go get those evildoers, you know. But as far as like lashing out and using all these excuses and making up all these stories, I'm not all that crazy about it. Hillary likes it though. All the Hillary bashers, including me, will be dismayed by this story, but validated anyway. Senator Hillary Rodham Clinton fully supports President Bush's Iraq policy. her office said last night, on the eve of a visit to an upstate arsenal that makes military hardware like mortars and howitzers for U.S. troops. Senator Clinton fully supports the steps the president has taken to disarm Iraq of weapons of mass destruction, said Clinton's spokesman Philippe. That puts Clinton squarely at odds with a majority in her own party, where one recent poll found an Iraq attack is opposed by 66% of core Democrats. So Swillery once again sucking around the edges of everywhere just to make sure that she's, when the whole thing is over, she can say, oh, well, I was in favor of that, and no, I was against that. I was in the middle. I was all over the place. She makes me sick, you know?
Yeah.
She makes me want to puke. That freaking Swillery. Yesterday we asked, and I thought we expressed it very clearly. We had a tremendous response, so somebody must have gotten the question. But we always have these other people that don't get the poll question.
Every time.
And they come up with a lot of inane suggestions, like, who like Saddam Hussein?
Right, Fidel Castro.
Yeah, are they public figure
David
in South
Duke.
Florida? I don't think so.
No.
Last time I checked.
No.
God, some of you people are so freaking stupid. Who is the most despised or was public figure in South Florida history? Winning by a landslide. Nobody can touch him, although, Wayne gave him a run for his money. Nobody can even come close to the double murderer in our audience who's probably listening right now.
Oh, man.
OJ, 333, the most despised public figure in South Florida history. That's a long time, OJ. That covers thousands and thousands and thousands of years, all the way back to the Neanderthal man. Ever see him and the Neanderthal man together?
No.
Side by each? Same guy, if you ask me.
Oh, man.
We still invite you to call the show and confess, OJ. Come on, do it right here on the air. Get some publicity that way.
I killed Nicole.
Yeah, we know. 333 for OJ, the juice. H. Wayne Hypinga, 266. They hate you, Wayne. They can't stand you. You're a freaking liar. We thought you were Santa Claus and you turned out to be the Antichrist. 266. So let's see, 34, 67 behind OJ. That's not bad. That's pretty respectable. And coming up in a very, very respectable third, a man who's only been on the scene for a short time. 139 votes for Mo Howard Davided. A very strong third place showing. How do you like that, huh?
Very, very strong.
In just a hair under a year, the man has gone from obscurity to...
I'm getting pounded.
...to number 3 on the list of the most despised. And again, that covers like eternity. This isn't like just in your lifetime or the last 20 years or the last 5 minutes. This is in South Florida history.
Starting with Ponce de Leon.
Yo, 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 let's rate Mo, Radio Big Shot. That's how we pass the time away in the gay old jail of Oz.
Yeah, and Geldy's just whining all over town. I guess Geldy's getting tired of sucking up, He can't handle it anymore.
What am I gonna do at Mo? That Mo is impossible. What am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go?
That's in between trying to stab a stub. Didn't I say that yesterday?
Yes.
He's stubbing it. He's stubbing poor the Jugsmeister in the back. Anyway, Joe Carroyo was fourth with 94. So Mo beats out both Joe Carroyo and Alex Pinga Pequena by a wide margin.
Mm-hmm.
Nice going there, Mo. Joe Carroyo, 94. Alex Pinga Pequena, 86. Ileana Ross Layton and Rosanna Dana, 61. Janet Reno, 53. Well, that's your crowd. Nick Navarro, 48. Ricky Tiki Sanchez, 45. I apologize to the audience. He was like a late addition, and I don't know why. Out of sight, out of mind, small potatoes. But if we'd have put him on in the beginning, he'd have hopped up a couple of notches.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. James Kennedy, 33, from the Coral Ridge Presbyterian Anti-Semitic Homophobic Church. Speaking of homophobes, Anita Bryant, 26. Out of sight, but not out of mind. Hey, Anita, got any... She don't have 2 nickels to rub together.
No.
Raul Martinez, 18. Jorge Mas Canosa, 16. He's been dead for almost 6 years, but, 16 votes. Pretty weak. Ken Jenny, speaking of weak, only 15.
Yeah. Come on.
What the hell happened to your people, all the swing club people?
They're all in jail.
You mean like Wayne? Ellis Rubin, 13. Don't be picking on Wayne Arnold now, okay, just because he's got this thing.
Hey, besides, what's all that about?
What's all what about?
It's small, it's the...
It was small, that's what I heard.
Oh.
Xavier Suarez, 11. Peter Bolger, 10. Now we're talking the assassin. Talk about an evildoer. Talk about somebody who belongs in a padded cell somewhere who's destroyed more freaking lives in the last 10 years than all the terrorists put together. P.D. Bolger. The evil one. Alberto San Pedro had only 8, Moses. Don't get upset, only 8. Larry King had 8. So he's right up there with Alberto.
Uh-huh.
Meyer Lansky, only 7. Mickey Harrison, 7. You know what they got in common?
What?
Jews.
Oh.
John Henry, 5. Jose Canseco, 4. And Cesar Odious, 3. You notice John Henry and Jose Canseco right side by each there?
Mm-hmm.
with only 5 and 4 votes. You want to know why?
Why?
What do they have in common?
Sports?
Baseball.
That's
and
right.
nobody in South Florida cares about baseball. We do have the Marlins at the Mets tonight. Thank God we don't have another one of those exhibition games in the middle of the daytime schedule. Leafs lost to the Panthers 2-1 right here last night in Toronto. Didn't bother showing up. They missed the team bus to the Air Canada Center. It was very predictable. Very, very predictable. High score, by the way, Stevie Weiss, hometown boy from here, Markham, Ontario, comes back and scores what turned out to be the winning goal. Nice going, Stevie. I can handle it. So over 1,300 votes on his poll. Who do they despise? The most despised figures in the history of this town. O.J., H. Wayne Hypinga, and the Mo Meister.
I'm getting pounded.
Mr. Mo. And if you're going to promote the show every day now, it's too late. Like Carole King said, it's too late. Or like Cornelius Brothers and Sister Rose said, it's too late to turn back now. You're not fooling anybody. Certainly nobody on this show. Nobody who listens to QM more than 2 minutes a day. Too late. Lashed out at everybody. Try to get George canned. Try to get me canned. Try to screw with his show. Try to screw with our lives, with our livelihoods, with everything. Poor Zach, who was, Zach was walking around with a mirror. Can you imagine how big of a mirror that's got to be to see that back?
You know, they have those glasses now.
Not to mention the Beast. And speaking of the Beast, did we ever get an update on what happened with him?
Maybe he sank into the earth. I don't know. Haven't heard from him.
Well, what is that all about? He's our poster child for Balance for Life,
Right.
which we got spots coming up today. What are we supposed to do about that?
Wing it.
What am I supposed to say? I mean, you know, I would lie ordinarily because working at QAM, you're used to it because that's the name of the game at QM is lying. But, you know, I mean, for the Beast, I don't really feel like lying to cover up his fat ass.
Mm-hmm.
No, seriously,
A lot of lying.
I think he ought to call in right now on a bat line or somewhere, talk to somebody, Carlos or anybody, and give us an explanation for what the hell's going on with him. You don't think he went off the wagon, do you? That's the only thing I can think.
Maybe
you know what happens with these fat bastards? They put on a good act.
I know exactly what happens with them.
They lie.
They lie and then they die.
No, but I'm saying they lie and then they go into hiding. As if, just in case we can't see him or grab a hold of him, then we're not going to know that he ballooned back up. I don't know that for a fact, but we sure as hell want to hear from the goddamn Beast, okay? Since this is Neil goddamn it according to Mo. That was pretty cute, Mo.
I'm getting pounded.
Good. Nobody enjoys it more than us here on this show, and nobody deserves it more than you do. That's what Geldy said. All the angst you've caused him, he just can't handle it, man. He's getting ready to crack, the little Geldy Meister. They're all going to be out at Doral tomorrow talking golf the rest of the week. Wow. 9:13 at 560 WQM. How many times did you hear about an opportunity and you just couldn't pull the trigger? You didn't grab it when your hand was right next to it and you missed out. Well, right now is one of those times. Rarely does an opportunity interrupt you, but this one should. 3.45% financing with Financial Group. Call them toll free, 1-800-940-LEND. How long will these low interest rates last? Who knows? Yes, face? But when you look back on history, not very long. It's a window of opportunity. Go through it with Financial Group and get you 3.45% financing and save thousands and thousands, lots of money. 3.45% financing, not bad. Call Financial Group toll free. By the way, Todd Dreck, we heard, is skiing out in Colorado. And we sure hope he doesn't break his neck. Call Financial Group toll free at 1-800-940-LEND. That's 1-800-940-LEND. What will 3.45% financing do to your monthly payments? Here's some examples for you. A $200,000 loan will cost you only $900 a month. A $100,000 loan only $450 a month. So don't wait. Get the balls rolling. Do it right now. Call Financial Group 1-800-940-LEND. They're an equal housing lender. Credit restrictions do apply and rates are subject to change without notice. 5.34 APR.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
And now it's time for our long-distance dedication. It's from Hank Goldberg, and he writes, "Please play The Air That I Breathe, and dedicate it to my Kim Basinger blow-up doll."
There's a new prescription drug whose name says it all.
Zytofax.
Finally, a prescription medicine that always gives you more than you'd expect.
Zytofax.
Isn't it time you experienced side effects?
May cause loss of blood, loss of hearing, loss of virginity, vertigo, impetigo, impotence, imprisonment, shrinkage of the genitals, enlargement of the genitals, softening of the brain, softening of the stool, loose stools, bar stools, toadstools, huge prehistoric bats swooping out of the sky and eating your dog, halitosis, halle berry, beriberi, berry manilow, rectal bleeding, rectal numbness, numbnuts, chest pains, hunger pains, dry mouth, cotton mouth, large mouth, small mouth, hell mouth, or death.
Side Effects is perfect for everyone.
Not intended for women who are pregnant, women who are men, men who are pregnant, children with dogs who are pregnant, the elderly, the young, kitty cats, Steve Perry, tadpoles who are pregnant, and pregnant pauses. In disclaimers like these.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist about side effects and find out if it's responsible for the mysterious pustulant growth under your left armpit.
Side effects.
919. I love that. Let's just play that for 4 hours today. Get a 90 share easy.
Go for it.
Got a bunch of butt-sucking faxes here that I'll have to get to. Had that one call already right out of the box. He didn't have much to say, although he just didn't hear me say it yesterday about Ron Jeremy.
Right.
At least he had good eyesight. That's good. From Coral Springs, we had a call already today, unsolicited, without doing any poll, without tipping my head on what the poll's going to be. Let's see if we can get one more.
Okay.
WQAM.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Okay.
Yeah, I just moved down here from Cleveland. And, first-time listener. Are you
Yes,
a gay man?
I beg your pardon?
Are you a gay man?
Why, do you want a date?
Yes.
Yeah, he wants a date.
Why'd you scare him
Not a
off like
gay
that?
man.
See, no wonder.
Here's our poll today. Well, like I said, maybe we'll get a real call. He don't count. WQAM.
Sorry, I picked it up too fast. Try it again.
Quit picking those up, you idiot. What is wrong with you, man? WQAM.
Hello, Neil.
Yeah. See, this guy has no more material. He used to do that in the beginning of the call, and then he'd say something. Now he can't even do that. This is really bitterly disappointing, you know what? I was going to get to today's poll, but I'm tired of giving them a poll, and then the whole show they got calling, how about Albuquerque, New Mexico, you know?
Right.
Because today's poll is the most overrated city in the world, which we'll get to. But in the meantime, I want to hear a lot of good material, don't you?
Yeah.
What are you laughing
I'm
about?
used to
I'm
wanting.
serious. I'm sick and tired of having to spoon feed a bunch of freaking adults down there, okay? Like this last guy. This last guy used to at least have something after that, you know?
Maybe that was some other guy that also.
Nah, that's not some other guy. That's the guy, you know?
All
That's
right.
the Hello Neil guy. And then
Yeah.
I entertain his attempt to be amusing, which marginal on a scale of 0 in a minus column. WQAM. See, if you're gonna, I couldn't hear a word he said. What'd he say?
Paul Castronovo's a duty bag? I don't know.
A duty bag, yeah. WQAM, in addition to which we already know that. WQAM. Booga.
Yeah.
WQAM.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Neil?
Okay.
Can you play George tapes, please?
Could I play what?
George tapes, like old rerun George tapes.
No.
You're getting really old, man.
Yeah, so are you. Ponderous. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. Yeah, let's dig out some old George tapes. In fact, the rest of the week we're going to be doing that. I'm getting really old. Yeah, about 90.
About 30?
About 30, man. WQAM. WQAM.
San Francisco, doy.
WQAM.
Yeah. Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're doing the most overrated city in the world today, correct?
No. I don't want suggestions for the poll. I just said that's what the poll is going to be. And right away, this guy wants to name me, like Ypsilanti, Michigan. We're not doing that yet. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Now, this is sad. The town, there are like 5 million people there, you know?
Yeah.
And there aren't 10 of them who've got any goddamn thing to say. This is tragic. This is pathetic. I heard that disgraceful display this morning on the Molmeister show there for a few minutes. It was enough to make me, it was kind of amusing actually, enough to make me gag on it. A disgrace. An absolute disgraceful display of stupidity and inanity, and I loved it. We need a lot more of that on that show, might actually, because, that trend he had in January, you won't see that again. You think?
Well, don't go talking.
Highly unlikely. WQAM.
Hey, Neil, what's up, man?
How you doing, sir?
Hey, check it out. Did you see Meet My Folks last night on NBC?
Did I see what? Meet My Folks?
Yeah, it's this
Hell
dude.
no.
Oh, fine. I'm talking fine honeys on that show. 3 sets of twins.
Yeah.
Roll up in there for this one guy, right? And this one guy has to pick a set of twins. And his folks have to pick the twins. So then, they're rolling into the jacuzzi, takes one set of twins in the jacuzzi, and he's like, truth or dare. She's like, well, y'all take your tops off for me. And there's like, I don't know if you like this or not, but most of the, straight guys do. But anyway, so, they're taking the tops off and all and everything, and like, the first girl goes, no, I can't do that. Well, then they got a video camera, like, to the parents' room, so the parents are watching this, right? So then the second set of twins come in. Full eye, Neil. I'm talking full throttle. So anyway, so they're talking, right? And they're like, will you take your tops off? And they go, no. He goes, I want both of y'all to kiss me. So then they start making out with him, like both of them are kissing at the same time. I'm talking full throttle. I got woodage out to here, all the way down my leg, right? So anyway, exactly. So then the third chicks come out, and they're like Mexican Italians, right? And so they're like, and they're
Mexican
fine
Italians,
as well.
like
So they
Luis
roll in
Miguel,
there.
yeah.
And then they get in there, and then they take the tops off, where the mom is watching it, comes down and, like, chastises them. They have to put the tops back on and everything. So it was great. It was totally great. It beat the, Married by America by a total mile, with twins and all that.
Okay, go wipe yourself off. Calm down. Get out of here. Tonight's Tuesday, Smallville, speaking of that.
Right.
I guess, obviously, small potatoes compared to whatever show he was talking about. What was the name of that show?
Meet the parents or the folks or something.
The parents check the meat? Is that what it was? Something like that. Sounded like this guy was, like, very emotional about it. I'm sorry, but I was watching a stupid hockey game, Very sorry about that. George was probably watching a hockey game, too. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. We might just do this every day, the whole 4 hours, you know what? And just Schmidt can all this other crap. Now, what are you laughing about?
Well,
this has been very entertaining so far.
It would be something.
Hasn't it?
That one guy.
And don't you see a ton of calls on there, man? They're smoking. They are just absolutely smoking. They're baking it. They're shaking it and they're baking it. WQAM?
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Is it me, or have you noticed that every radio show, even like the cigar idiot, all they're talking about is their support of the war?
Really? Cigar Dave?
Yeah, Cigar Dave was talking about, he says he's a general and all his minions.
Oh, yeah, long asses and something like big asses.
But I was putzing around on the radio, and he was talking about the war. They were talking about the war.
On a cigar show?
Yes.
He's an asshole. Yeah.
And all I hear on the radio and in the media and everything is, basically, you are the only person I hear on the radio or in the media anywhere that has anything to say that's anti-war, that's making sense.
Yeah.
And I'm just, didn't the media used to be the liberal media? What happened?
Well, forget about that. You're living in the past, man.
It's just everywhere I turn.
You better open up the window and hear the sound of them boots marching down your street. You better get with it.
I wish I was dead.
What did I tell you?
Excellent.
I had that feeling today. I knew it. I knew these calls are going to be sensational today. Oh, my God. You should save that for the time capsule. That was spectacular.
Way ahead of you.
926 at 560 WQAM. Hey, I'll tell you something. If your carpets look like they died, or like something died on them and they smell real bad, too, Dry Concepts would like to do a magic trick on your flow. Before you kill yourself, have Dry Concepts come in and at least do it in nice, pleasant, clean surroundings. Because they will dry clean your carpets. They're the only service in the world that do this, and they make even the worst looking carpets in the world look and smell and feel just like brand new. When they get done, they dry in a couple of hours, they smell lemony fresh, and everybody will think you had brand new carpeting laid at a very expensive price. And when it comes to price, don't forget, no rip-offs, no scams, no per-room games that the other carpet cleaning people do. They give you a written guaranteed price up front before they start doing the job. And whether it's time to clean those carpets, upholstery, leather furniture, your area rugs, whatever it might be, these are the people who do a spectacular job for you every time, like they've been doing in my house for over 20 years now. If you have a problem with pet odors or mildew odors caused by water damage, no problem. Dry Concepts will make them go away just like magic. Do yourself a big favor. Call these people just once, and you'll use them for the rest of your life. Call them toll-free, 1-800-248-5071. 1-800-248-5071, or log on to their website at dryconcepts.com to see the amazing things they can do for you. Don't forget, at Dry Concepts, clean today, entertain tonight.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Buffalo still sucks. Oh!
Come on, everybody, get into the spin. Now that he's been in for however long it's been. Grin a good old grin, tuck in Clinton. Come on and slide over to the middle. Over to the middle. Straighten up and step light. Up and step light. Lean it to the left a little. To the left a little. Now lean a lot to the right. Come on and take a definite position. Definite position. Now do a total turnabout. Total turnabout. Shake your finger at the media. See how good they'll be to you. Everybody do the Clinton. Come on everybody, join the promenade. When you start to fade and the public is swayed, hustle free trade and stage a bombing raid. And everybody do the Clinton. Come on and slide over to the middle. Over to the middle. Straighten up and step light. Up and step light. Lean it to the left a little. To the left a little. Now lean a lot to the right. Bend over, making everybody happy. Everybody happy. Now let the other guy lean. Other guy lean. Try appearing Jeffersonian. Bring another crony in. Everybody do the Clinton. Now step up. Grandstand. Back down. It was harder than you planned. Do lunch with Streisand. Shuck and jive. Now jam with the band. Come on and slide over to the middle. Over to the middle. Straighten up and step light. Up and step light. Lean it to the left a little. To the left a little. Now lean a lot to the right. And now a little diplomatic side step. Diplomatic side stomp on the nominee. On the refugee. Start to feel a little ill at ease with your own abilities. Everybody do the Clinton. Now do the old administrative shuffle. Administrative shuffle. In the continental hop. Continental hop. Have another waffle. Have another waffle. And try to flip your latest flop. Flip your latest now hang in there and try to keep on trucking. Try to keep on trucking. Take it one step at a time. One step at a time. Do just like your mama says. Make good on your promises. Everybody do the Clinton. Do just like your mama says. Make good on your promises. Everybody do the Clinton. All right. Well, he either will or he won't. It's up to Hillary. Everybody do the Clinton. Do the Clinton. Come on and do the Clinton. Do the Clinton. Come on and do the Clinton. Do the Clinton. Come on and do the Clinton. Do the Clinton. Come on and do the Clinton.
When you go to neilrogers.com, there's a whole bunch of bedtime stories. My favorite being, I guess Carlos knows which one I enjoy the most. It's called How to Kill a Radio Station. I thought it was written by Greg Reed, but it's the story of WNEW-FM and Opie and Anthony and what happened to that station and went in the crackers. How to Kill a Radio Station certainly could be written by Greg Reed, couldn't it? Uh-huh. You betcha, man. If anybody knows how to do it, he's the evildoer. Anyway, here's our poll today, speaking of neilrogers.com. The most overrated city in the world is, and I was inspired because of all this crap about Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
New Orleans, man. The Big Easy. First of all, when I hear them say the Big Easy, it makes me want to upchuck. Well, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Huh?
Like it's easy to get laid? I don't know. I really
easy
don't
to
know.
get drunk.
Okay.
Easy to get nauseated.
Not like here.
The most overrated city in the world is, and I got a list of 5 so far, New Orleans, New York, Miami, Los Angeles, and George suggested Amsterdam, although I have no idea why you'd say that, even though I'm burned out. Huh?
Because we hear a lot of good things about it, and you're saying you're sour on it now.
So that means it's the most overrated city? I think I'm going to be voting for New Orleans, but you can make some suggestions for it. I don't want to, cut you off at the pass. But it just gets pretty ponderous that the entire call-in audience, well, what were we doing yesterday? Oh, yeah, about names. How about Xavier Suarez? How about, that's very difficult. It requires a lot of thinking, a lot of verbal intercourse on the part of the South Florida audience. They just don't have it, although we have had in the first half hour today a couple of real wieners on there, haven't we?
Yes.
I like the guy that wants us to play the George tapes. He was good.
Yeah.
Here's a fax that says, Dear Mr. Rogers, and now they're getting around to it a little bit better late than never. Belated congratulations on 27 years of broadcasting excellence. Considering the noticeable heart aches you've had to put up with from the Beasley Broadcast Group these past few years, I'm surprised you decided to hang in there this long. You can thank Mitch Hirsch for that, Gerard. But thank goodness for us you have. My wife and I have been avid listeners to your show for the past 7 years, and you've provided us with endless hours of laughter and pure enjoyment. It's regrettable that the Beasley Broadcast Group won't contribute the same adequate support and resources you and your show deserve, but it will unconscionably pledge and devote all their possible resources to the other swill, to borrow a word from you, shows that the Beasley Broadcast Group has in their stables. These other shows can only aspire to be in the same league as you. And you are...
Absolutely correct, sir.
Correct. Thank you, Gerard. Thanks very much. This is cute. Congratulations, Neil. 9 years ago, I was haunted by all of the fine crap South Florida has to offer. But you described how great Las Vegas was, so one day I got fed up, packed up my belongings, got the hell out of Dodge. Well, I've been living the good life in Vegas ever since, thanks to you. I get to listen to you on the Internet while being far away from all the blue hairs, smelly Canadians, New Yorkers, or Cafe Cubanos. You are truly God. Happy anniversary. Eric in Vegas. How do you like that?
Oh!
I guess we better put Las Vegas down, too, on the list.
I guess, before somebody else does.
Yeah, we'll put it on there. Beat you to the punch. I mean, I'm not saying it's overrated, and I do a lot. See, there's another example. I love Vegas just like I love Amsterdam. I'm just not ready to go back anytime soon. You got it?
I got it.
Okay.
Well, overrated means overrated. Doesn't mean that it's a bad place.
Yeah.
That's all.
Are you explaining my pullback to
No,
me?
no, to the audience, because, you know.
That won't do any good. Haven't you learned that by now?
Yeah.
God, are you slow? You could draw them a diaphragm, it wouldn't do any good.
I know.
Let's see. Here's the facts. First, I think the Turkish parliament did the right thing. Yada, yada, yada. First, we want Saddam to disarm. Now that he's disarming, we want him out of power. Yeah, we want regime change now. You better get with it, sir. He says, oh yeah, Mo's an asshole. He's such a homophobic old coot. I think, yeah, old coot is the operative term. The old pipe smoker. Jack the Cop says, happy 27th anniversary. In celebration, we should all go put a big fatty in our puss. There you go, Jack.
Oh!
Put a big fat one in your puss. That's what Wayne Arnold said. Of course, he's talking about Rochester White Hots. Of course, in my case, that'll be a licenciado presidente, says Jack the Cop. Here's hoping we all get to listen to at least another 27 years of greatness from the God of South Florida Radio. I hear I'm getting pretty old and we better put George tapes on is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, some old George
pretty
tapes.
Pretty old
too.
and ponderous is what I'm hearing. Not like some of that exciting radio like Castronova, for example. Or like the Mo Meister, some of that real excitement. Let's do golf all day tomorrow and all day on Thursday and all day on Friday from Doral. What do you say, okay?
Okay.
We ought to be out there, don't you think?
Why not?
Look at this. American children are trying to masturbate with electronic abdominal exercise machines. This is like that guy who put his thing in the lathe that time, remember?
Yeah. We have that too, by the way, still.
I'm not going to play that again. Boy, you're out of control today. Just because the guy wanted to hear an old George tape, I mean, don't get too carried away, would you please?
Tape.
I'm going to give Duff your home number so we can start calling you and bugging you every day with a bunch of stupid crap. Don't call me anymore, okay, Duff? Whether it's a message from Greg or a message from Zenda. I don't want to hear about it. Bug me. You notice he didn't stop in and say hi to us this morning?
He did.
Didn't say hi to me.
It was a little late for that.
Yeah, a little bit late. As usual, that's the story of his life. A little bit late. Just like Clarence. By the way, Clarence, next Monday is payday the 10th. I just mentioned that now to get a head start because I know it's a real big song to dance. And I don't want to have to sue the company to get paid. Anyway, this is from Freehold, Iowa. The Landover Baptist Board of Directors approved a $2.5 million budget for creation scientists to open a 4-year investigation into an abdominal exercise tool called the Ab Toner. You've seen the infomercials for the Ab Toner?
Sure have.
The budget was approved last month after several Christian children were hospitalized in over a week's time. Is this for real or is this a joke?
Don't know.
It says, at first I thought this website article was a joke, but it's not. Each Christian child suffered similar injuries on and around their buttocks and penises. Church investigators found the youngsters used their parents' credit card to purchase the Ab Toner from 4 a.m. infomercial broadcaster, a secular TV station in Des Moines, Iowa. It took under 1 minute of viewing the commercial before Satan entered the boys' minds, and they began thinking of a way they could wrap the device around their penises, said one Christian psychologist. This is caca, isn't it?
It must be.
It's got to be caca. I mean, it looks like a real thing, but then everything looks for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything looks for real, and it turns out to be
Cock-a-moon.
Yeah. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. The most overrated city in the world. I bet you Miami gets a couple of votes. I'm voting for New Orleans myself. I usually don't tell you up front. That's going to get my vote. And we can go ahead and put that on there. I don't know if you're going to dilly-dally like you did yesterday.
I'll fax it during the break.
Well, why haven't you faxed it already?
Because I didn't know we were done with just the banter.
We're not done. Didn't I explain this to him yesterday, Carlos?
Yes.
We don't have to wait until we're done. It's pretty obvious we're not done. If we were done, why would I be mentioning it to the audience?
Mentioned it.
Jesus K. Christ, man. God, are you stupid? Man, I think Greg had a point. Maybe that's what he keeps trying to scratch off the top of his head. How to Kill a Radio Station by Greg Reed. Nice job, Greg. You're doing it. So what day do we go back to 10 to 2?
Tomorrow.
Since this show is the cornerstone of the station, and yada, 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 and all the other bull crap that they're always telling me. Oh, yeah, and we're going to really take... Yeah, I noticed a real hurry. I guess we're going to have to sue on that, too, huh? Now that all this lawsuit talk is flying around and everybody's acting like they just, are doing laughing gas in that place. 10 to 2, that's where it's at. This is where they started the absolute demolition of this radio station, Greg Reed, in his infinite wisdom. First he messed with the morning show, then he messed with the time slots. He's got a mess is what he's got right on his hands. Looked like he stuck him right in the old turlet. You know what? I bet his hands stink from the stench. Wouldn't you think?
You'd think. You'd stink.
9:42 at 560 WQAM. If you're working for a butt plug, if you're not making any money, here's the answer for you. According to the Florida Department of Labor, computer professionals have big, impressive paychecks. That's what everybody wants, a big, fat one. According to the state of Florida, computer careers are among the highest paid and in highest demand. Fast Train can help you achieve that new high-paying computer career in just 4 short months. They've got locations in Kendall, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and now in Pembroke Pines. And with day, evening, and weekend schedules, there's no excuse to stay in that dead-end job another day. Just say goodbye to your crap-hole boss, say goodbye to those $2.75 an hour jobs, and start making a real living. Just call our friends at Fast Train. They'll tell you how it works. Call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. That's 1-866-TRAIN. Even the call is free. Fast Train's got full-time job placement, guaranteed financing. Call them or check them out on the web if you like at fasttrain.com so you can have a big, impressive paycheck. 1-866-FAST-TRAIN, and be sure and tell them that Todd Dreck told you to call.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Did he chuck it or did he cock it? The axis of evil. You've heard about it, but until now, you've only heard half the story. Now, you can experience the softer side of evil when you join the Axis of Evil fan club. Not that kind of club, Saddam.
Oh, sorry!
The Axis of Evil fan club has already been approved by the entire population of France. And when you join, we'll send you an autographed 8x10 glossy of one of the evil but lovably wacky nutjobs who runs Iran.
Dear Infidel, best wishes for an untimely death you so very much deserve. Regards, your loving Mullah.
Plus, when you join the Axis of Evil fan club, the dog-eating evildoers of North Korea will include a beautiful Axis of Evil t-shirt with this peace-loving message.
Check it out. It says, I joined the Axis of Evil fan club, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt, so therefore I deserve to die. Whoa, that's so cool!
And best of all, joining is easy. Send no money. Just keep questioning the wisdom of naming names in the war on terrorism, and you're a member of the Axis of Evil fan club. Join today.
9:46 at 560 WQAM. The poll is up. Just went up only moments ago, and we'll be adding to it. You notice my vote is on there?
Yep.
The most overrated city in the world is... And there's one vote on there. It's mine for New Orleans. Oh, but Mardi Gras is great, man. You go there and get drunk. It's like Key West. Same thing. I've never been to Key West, although I have been to New Orleans. All I hear about in Key West is everybody getting drunk and a bunch of fags running around. Well, what's the big deal with that?
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, you can go to Amsterdam if you want to drunk and a bunch of fags running around, and a lot of other people, too. A lot of strange people. And Amsterdam, even though I've never been to Key West, I am fairly certain that Amsterdam is a lot more interesting and exciting than Key West. You know who goes to Key West?
Who?
People like Muff.
Yeah.
People like that. Although he was in Amsterdam too, so I take that back. The most overrated city in the world is New Orleans, New York, Miami, Los Angeles, Amsterdam, Las Vegas, or now added to it, we got one here, Paris. It says the food sucks, the people suck, and the view from the Eiffel Tower pales in comparison to the view from the Empire State Building. So we got Paris on there. You won't get any argument from me. Would I go back?
No.
Not on a bet. Not with your money. Not with George's money. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. WQAM.
Yeah, I bet if it was Bubba, you wouldn't be disagreeing with Joe.
Oh, get out of here with that same crap. The same tired old crap. Are we talking about Bubba and are we talking about the war? No. Jesus, the same old tired garbage, man. In addition to which, Bubba didn't start a war with Iraq. They talked about it, and Rumsfeld and Wolfowitz were like, let's get going in '98. Same tired garbage, man. Some of you people, you need mental health. You need to be in a freaking rubber room. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Doing screenless, and look at that phone. Pretty weak, huh? Going to be a long, and here why even say, you know?
Yeah, right.
Here I thought for just a second there, I thought we might have turned the corner today.
Why?
You
Why
think
would you
we've done
think
it? No. WQAM?
Yeah, you missed somebody on the poll yesterday.
Yeah.
Neil Rogers.
Neil Ruggers?
Neil Rogers.
Well, yeah. How many calls is this today? 4?
16.
Yeah, 16. 5670560, pound
Couldn't
560
decide what he
on
wanted
the
his voice to be.
AT&T and Verizon wireless line. He's working on it. He's doing a bunch of different ones. Kind of like Geldy. By the way, Geldy is very upset with Mo, is what I'm hearing. Very, very upset. Getting really, I guess he's stressed to the point of cracking. You know, first his voice started cracking. That was when he first came on the air. But now he's just mentally, he started to like come unglued and belly aching and bitching and moaning. And you can understand that, you know? After having to put up with all the stress, having to like toe the line, watch every word, watch the facial expressions. WQAM. QAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to talk to Neil.
Speaking.
Oh, hey, Neil. It's Alan from Weston. I just wanted to tell you I really enjoy your show. I'm one of the people who listens to conservative hate radio, but I love your show. I think your bits are really creative.
What does that mean, you listen to conservative hate radio? What does that mean?
I'm being facetious.
Facetious in what way? What does that mean?
Yeah, a lot of people don't see the value in people's shows who have different views than they do. But even though you are not of the conservative ilk, I enjoy your creativity and your honesty.
Okay, thanks, Alan, for one of the most boring calls I've ever heard in my life. God, was that pathetic or what?
I didn't really understand it.
He's a conservative, and he listens to Rush and to whatever the guy, the Schmidtmeister and all that crap. But he enjoys my comedy bits, and he's trying desperately for a personality transplant. Alan, come on, go out there and stick your head out the window, get some fresh air. Try to liven it up just a little bit. Of course, he's a right-winger, so we'd expect, you know. No se permite aquí. WQAM.
What's going on?
Yes, sir.
How's the weather?
How's the weather where? In Miami?
Toronto.
Hot and humid in Miami. On a chilly side here, but not like yesterday. About 37 today, not bad. Heat wave.
Yeah, I'm in Kansas City. It's about 40 here.
Oh, get out of here already. Get out of here. Don't put him on again, damn it, Carlos. Sorry. Yeah, nice going, you idiot. And I don't believe that guy's in Kansas City at all anyway. I don't think he's in Kansas City. He might be in Okeechobee or maybe in Pahokee. Oh, here's another fax. Happy 27th and many more years of sound mental health in this insane world. Thought you'd enjoy this excerpt from Canadian TV. Well, that's cute. Thank you so much, but I don't have time to read that while I'm on the air. But thank you very much. WQAM.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Buenos dias.
To quote Larry King, the worst talk radio show I've ever heard is the morning show. Ever since football ended, they have nothing to talk about. I'm out.
Are you knocking Mo again? He's gone?
He was one of the
worst talk radio I ever heard in my life was on WIOD.
What is it?
I was just told.
He sounded like one of the guys that called this morning. The first one that started the ball rolling with Mo this morning.
Well, he was one of those people bashing Mo. Well, they're in a bashing mood today. You could tell that for whatever reason. Maybe they're somebody peed on their parade down there. I have no idea. But he had just a whole entourage of misfits calling this morning, and we're picking up where he left off. So that's good. We like it. See, we don't take it personal on this show. We don't get all huffy and bent out of shape and self-righteous and indignant and contribute something to the show. Because I'm not a pompous old ass. I'm just an old ass, but not pompous. And sometimes not so bad having an old ass, you know? Better not having any ass. That's what the Beast is probably saying. Did he ever check in? Did we hear anything about him?
I left him a message. I called his cell phone and left
well, what's the story with him?
Did not answer. So.
I mean, what kind of crap is that? We got a high-paid client on here, a very important one. We got, a very important radio show, at least it used to be before Greg Reed dicked with it. But, still we got somebody listening out there, and we can't even find out what's going on with a guy who's supposed to be our guinea pig. Evidently he's living up to half of that anyway. I don't think he's Italian. That's tragic, just to leave us holding the sack like that. Maybe something happened to him, heaven forbid.
Oh, God.
Forbid. Huh, you think?
No.
Well, what do you mean no?
He's just out of circulation. He's been busy. Who the hell knows?
He's been busy doing what? Eating?
Yeah, maybe he's out on the road. Maybe he's on another cruise.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Well.
WQAM. Hola.
Click.
Was it a quick click?
Yeah.
WQAM.
Yeah, hi, can I speak to Neil?
I beg your pardon?
Can I speak to Neil?
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I just wanted to add something on your poll.
Yeah.
Maybe L.A. Yeah,
it's already on there. It's already on there, putz. What did I just get through saying? The most overrated city in the world is, follow my lips very closely. We've only got a few here to start. New Orleans. Oh, look at that. Miami's got 15 already. I just looked over there to see, just by accident. New York, Miami, Los Angeles. It was the fourth one I mentioned, sir. Amsterdam, Las Vegas, and Paris. Gay Paris. You should know that, sir. Gay Paris. Gay Paris. Those are the first 7 that we got. And we're waiting to see what other ones you might have in mind. And, of course, hopefully places that you've been, not a place that you maybe heard about, like George with his Amsterdam. What are you talking about Amsterdam when you have never been there?
I got it from you. You were rating it very highly.
We're not interested in rumors, okay?
Yeah,
we're not interested in secondhand smoke. We want first-hand, like if you said Helena, Montana, then maybe I'd put it down there.
Who's saying good things about that?
Nobody. But I'm just saying if they were. Nobody. Just in case somebody does someday. Or like Ypsilanti, Michigan. Or maybe Schenectady, New York would be good.
Ooh.
Huh? How about Cherry Hill, New Jersey? That was a good place when I used to have a few white people living there.
Yeah. Been to Newark.
Well, like I said, whoever said anything good about that toilet, that sewer.
Not even the people that live there.
I want to apologize to all the people from Jersey for the fact that you have to be from there. Most people from Jersey, they say if they're from New York.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't blame them, because the whole state stinks.
Not our
The whole state of New Jersey. Cherry Hill is a beautiful place, and I do like that Ponzio's, that restaurant I keep forgetting the name of. It's a really nice place. Good food. And I used to like Garden State Park, which is now closed. I can't imagine why. WQAM.
Yes, San Diego, California.
Is overrated?
Yes, it sucks. Big time.
Okay, thank you very much. San Diego. The Nimitz just shipped out of San Diego yesterday. Did you see that?
Nope.
We're sending every soldier in the world over there to let Saddam have what for. And then, of course, on the way, maybe they'll make a stop in North Korea after that little episode yesterday. They intercepted the reconnaissance plane. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I'm sure you did.
I did.
And they kind of menacing. See, this is what happens when everybody is an evildoer. That Molly Ivins column from yesterday, I almost decided to read it on the air. It was so good, because I'm sure that not too many people read it on our website. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to read bedtime stories, but it was really good. And she said, just like it was, about how the Bushmeister, how he started all this crap by opening up a big mindless mouth. Where the hell is that? God, we sure got a lot of them today, don't we? Carlos.
Yes.
Carlos saying too many.
Yes, sir. Never too many.
Well, there are a lot of good ones. Oh, here's Molly Ivins' column, where she talks about how he opened up his big puss on North Korea. She says, let's review the bidding in North Korea. Review the bidding is a bridge term for how the hell did we get into this mess. Right. About how Bush humiliated President Kim Dae-jung of South Korea during his visit to Washington by announcing we would not support his Sunshine Initiative to improve relations between the Koreas, for which Kim Il-jung had won the 2000 Nobel Peace Prize. Kim Dae-jung. North Korea had been sending lots of signals it was ready to deal, ready to open up and make concessions, but the Bush administration denounced it as a rogue state and used it as a prime excuse to promote the national missile defense system. Bush, ever the soft-spoken diplomat, told a reporter that he loathes Kim Jong-il on a visceral level and called the dictator a pygmy. True, Kim Jong-il is vertically challenged and a repellent dictator, but insulting paranoiacs with nukes is not smart, she says. It's a good column by Molly Ivins. But we don't want to read those bedtime stories because they might contain a little bit of truth.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
duff. Get off this instant.
I'm throwing up. I'm throwing up. I sure enjoy St. Patrick's Day, but in the end I'm gonna pay. Drinking brew that's colored green, no, that don't make me feel keen. Better get out of my way. Then to the ladies' room I run, like I was shot out of a gun. Got both hands over my face, but I'm gonna lose the race. Stand back, 'cause here it comes. Throw up, I'm throwing up all of my beer. Up, they never showed this on Cheers. Up, it's even coming out of my ears. Had some Guinness in the mug, now it is all over the rug. Wish I was wearing plastic shoes, I just cannot hold my booze. Get ready for some chunks. Throw up, I'm throwing it up right here. Up, you better not stand too near. Up, I throw up every year. Oh, I'm throwing up, I'm throwing up, I'm throwing up, I'm throwing up.
So if you've never been to New Orleans, that's what you do there. You drink a lot of crap and then you throw up. And then you eat all that Cajun crap, all that real spicy stuff that'll turn your kishkis inside out.
Yeah, blackened everything.
Yeah, your insides get blackened, and your heart will be dirty as well. Let's see, the most overrated city in the world, we got 98 votes. In just a matter of moments there, they feel strong about this, I guess. You think they feel strong about it? It sounds impressive. Miami 29, New Orleans 26. We got a battle going on. Paris 17, Gay Paris. Vegas 8. Now why would anybody, I put that on there because I knew we'd get some votes, but why would people say that?
Because it's very highly rated. Maybe they lost a lot of money. Maybe they were disappointed.
That's my comment to anybody who says Vegas is overrated. I mean, sure, you get burned out and you can only go back and make so much of a contribution, but that doesn't make it overrated. It just means it's like saying Chateaubriand or a great filet mignon is overrated. No, it's not. It's just you don't want to eat one every day.
Right.
Right?
Right. Well, every other day maybe.
You might want some of Wayne Arnold's White Hots. And Los Angeles 8. Las Vegas, or 9 for LA, 8 for Vegas, which I still don't get it, although we put it on there. New York 7, Amsterdam 4. Out of 105 votes. Miami's got 32 and New Orleans 27. That's where the horse race is. Just like yesterday, we had a little bit of a race between OJ and Wayne, Old Baldy. Newsweek magazine, this coming issue, this next one that's coming out, what's the date on it? March 11th?
Okay.
10th? March 10th. George W. Bush and God. And here's a picture of Bush with Jesus behind him on the big mural behind him. George W. Bush rises ahead of the dawn most days when the loudest sound outside the White House is the dull, distant roar of F-16s patrolling the skies. Even before he brings his wife Laura a morning cup of coffee, he goes off to a quiet place to read alone. Not news, not overnight intelligence. He's reading a book of evangelical mini-sermons. It's called My Utmost for His Highest. And the thrust of this, it goes on for about 600 pages. I have no idea why I printed out the whole damn thing.
Wow.
I could just as easy go out and buy Newsweek. But it's worth reading. We didn't put this on there, did we, yet, Carlos?
No.
We'll do this tomorrow. Don't let me forget. Bush and God. It is his defining journey from reveler to revelation, a biography of his faith and how he wields it as he leads the nation on the brink of war, because God told him, let's go in and kill some of those schmata heads, I guess. And Newsweek took this poll, Newsweek and MSNBC, which they're in bed together.
Yeah.
60,000 votes. Does George W. Bush's religious faith inappropriately dictate policy? Yes, only 30% say church and state are supposed to be separated. 30% no. 68%. What's wrong with bringing morality to the White House? And I don't know, 3%. How do you like that? Better than 2-1 saying, oh no, let's bring some more. See, and of course, they confuse morality and religion.
Right.
Which, quite frankly, I thought that they were like completely contradictory.
They are.
I thought that throughout history, most of the people that got killed in the name of religion, it was an immoral act.
It's an excuse
just like going in there and saving a bunch of people by killing them would be an immoral act.
Right.
I thought, but I guess I was confused. So it goes to show you about the good old religious USA, which is one of the biggest problems. Here's one that says Philadelphia. It says all there is a cracked bell, cracked, nutty, nasty fans, and crackheads. And it's also close to Cherry Hill, New Jersey, right. And also the cream cheese is fattening. Okay, Philadelphia, I'll go for it. I'll bite, so to speak. They do have those Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, but you don't have to go there to get one.
Yeah. Heard lots of bad things about Philadelphia now that they bring it up.
Like what?
Like that it's filthy. Philadelphia.
It is filthy, but other than that, it's okay.
Crime infested.
Yeah. Well, what big city isn't crime infested in the U.S.?
Well, it's all relative. I mean, if that's the only thing you can say about it.
You know how many murders we had in Toronto all last year?
I don't know, 60.
Okay. All last year. The majority of them, by the way, with guns that were brought in from the U.S., like Detroit and Cleveland. I don't want to say who brought them in, but nevertheless. Let's see, if you haven't had a poll on who America should be more concerned about going to war with. Yeah, we've already done that, sorry. Of course, if North Korea had oil, we'd be going after them. Okay, already done this a long time ago, JK, but thank you, Annie, for the impassioned suggestion. I don't want to do war talk today, do you?
No.
Well, what's there to say? In fact, there's John Ashcroft.
Your blow to Al-Qaeda that could destabilize their terrorist network.
Well, good, then let's have a party, okay? Let's all go to the Mardi Gras.
I thought Uncle Teddy was supposed to be
Let's all stand down and have a party. What is it?
Wasn't Teddy Kennedy supposed to be making another speech at 10?
He was on there a little while ago. I don't know. Is he making a speech?
Yeah, but I can't find it now.
He said, let's all go get drunk. That's what he said, something like that. I think that's a good idea. We got this Mohammed Shake Your Booty, whatever this guy's name is, Khalid. They're all named Khalid or Mohammed or something like that, all these evildoers.
Yes.
And we got him, and we got all the crap. We've got a treasure trove of info is what they said. A treasure trove. God. Sounds like an ad for something you open up on Valentine's Day or Christmas Day. It's a treasure trove of goodies.
At the swap shop.
Oh, it's so sad, you know. It's so sad that the people are such a bunch of sheep and they get led around by the nose. And, here's A and here's 1 and 2 and it makes 7. What? Yeah, 1 and 2 makes 7. Oh, okay, whatever you say. A whole bunch of these people, if they told them to go to the edge of a cliff and jump and they'd be okay, they'd land right on their feet. Oh, sure, whatever you say, I believe you. Oops. They get about a third of the way down. They say, maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all, you know? 40 for Miami is the most overrated city in the world. I can't imagine why anybody... When we say Miami, of course, we're talking about South Florida.
Right.
We're talking about Dade and Broward. And Palm Beach.
Greater Miami, right.
Lesser, whatever it is. These people that rave about, oh, it's so wonderful. You know, I don't care what anybody says. I've been there for almost 30 freaking years. What's so great? When I got there, it wasn't so bad. Maybe I'll take the blame, okay? When I got there, it was okay, and now it must be my fault. I must have brought all those illegal aliens in 1980. Carlos.
Didn't you?
No, that was Governor Bob, who wants to be president now. He went down there welcoming them with open arms and legs. Hey, yeah, everybody come on down. All you criminals too, all you mass murderers, all you lunatics, all you crazy people that Fidel wanted to unload. Come on in. And that was only a part of it. And then, of course, you look at the various parts of town, like North Dade, used to be a great place. Used to be a marvelous, I mean, not great, but it used to be pretty nice. You know, it was okay. And more parts of South Florida have turned into like outdoor toilets, into like exposed septic tanks, if you catch my drift. Catching it? I can smell it. What's the big deal? Okay, so the weather's not so bad, although I understand it's like 86 yesterday. Somebody told me it was hotter than hell already. It's only the 1st of March.
Yeah.
Hot and humid.
Not good.
Mosquitoes the size of bowling balls is what I'm hearing. And yeah, who the hell am I to talk? Yesterday here was like, in the morning, 17 below 0 Fahrenheit, minus 35 Celsius or whatever the hell it was. Do you know how many times I left this place yesterday?
Once.
That's because I already told you. I went to the convenience store, which is very close by. I got me some soda, my diet soda, and I got my newspapers, and I came flying back in here, and that was it. Got the heat cranked up real nice, toasty, and that was the end of my adventures outdoors yesterday. And that was like late in the afternoon when it was already up to minus 13. It was like a heat wave. 35 today, baby, and I have no problem with that. So, I mean, weather isn't everything. But all this crap that they sell you about the beaches, well, there's like nice sandy beaches everywhere. The beaches in Panama City are a lot nicer than beaches in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Wouldn't you agree?
I've never been to the Panama City beaches.
Have you ever been anywhere?
We keep going over this.
Have you been through Two Egg? Have you been through that stoplight there at Two Egg?
Yeah.
Have you driven through that thing?
I've driven through the swamp of Florida, but I haven't gone to the Panhandle beaches.
Why not Panama City? It's a beautiful place. That's where all the Bible thumpers go.
Yeah,
that's where they have their conventions and screw their brains out right on the beach.
You're making my case.
Oh, boy. I remember one time many years ago. I forget what the hell I was doing there. I guess it was on vacation and just driving the West Coast.
Uh-huh.
I stopped off at the beach in Panama City, and I'm going to tell you, there was a busload of Baptists.
Yeah, there you go.
Young Baptists. And I'm going to tell you, my tongue was down to my toenails. I have never. What?
You wanted to baptize them?
They were like out there making out on the beach.
Anoint them with oil?
They were getting that good old-time religion, baby. Don't forget Smallville tonight. Tom Welling is causing a swelling, and so is Lana. I saw a really freaky movie last night, but I don't know the name of it.
Who was in it?
It was about this guy who fell in love with his with his stepmother.
Okay.
And it was a very bizarre, twisted tale, and about how they killed the stepfather for the money, and it just kept twisting and turning back and forth. It was okay. He looked pretty good. 12 minutes after 10. Well, I mean, you know, you're going to have a hook. There's a hook. And did anybody call about what's her name, Jordana Brewster?
No.
Isn't that her name?
That guy yesterday.
Yeah, just one guy. Try to turn you people onto something good. You don't know what I'm talking about. And it's because the same old time. Britney this and Britney that. I mean, Britney's fine, you know, but Britney's old news now. Look at what George Herbert Walker said. He said, I don't even know who the hell that is. I don't want to know. I'm afraid to know. Yeah, he might feel a tingle.
Yeah.
If he saw that. Or maybe if he saw Justin Tinkerbell, he might feel a tinkle. 10:13 at 560 WQAM. I'm rambling, you know, I like it. I'm going to start rambling every day for 4 hours. Rambling, taking a few screenless calls. That's what we're going to do from now on. I've decided.
All right.
Because I'm so frustrated with freaking Greg Reed and with his lackeys around there who sit there and talk a good game. And they're not doing a goddamn thing.
You can be the new rambling man.
It's like the whole freaking place is in a holding pattern, like they're waiting, you know, like they're in suspended animation, like Ted Williams' head, like they're on ice. Radio on ice at WQAM, where we're radio-ish. How's the Beast? Is he fattish?
He's roundish.
No, seriously, we haven't heard anything from him?
No.
Screw him, okay? I'm not going to talk about he lost 50 pounds. For all we know, he might have gained it back all in 1 week. He's a disaster. I'm nauseous from him. Between him and Fat Boy, how come they can't be skinny like me? No cooking, no shopping, no calorie counting, no carbohydrate counting, no cleaning, no worries. Just great results with Balance for Life. If you've tried all the other diets, if you've tried pills and liquids and fads, and you're just frustrated as hell because you're still fat and unhealthy and you look like crap and your clothes are like pup tents, give this a try. You got nothing to lose but all that unhealthy weight. They deliver everything to you for each day in a little black sack, and that's it. It's all in there. It'll keep you full because there are 3 gourmet meals and 2 delicious snacks right in your little black sack. They deliver it to your work, your home by 6 a.m. And believe me, everything is fresh and delicious. There are chicken dishes and beef and frittatas and omelets and all kind of really neat things. Their wraps, their crepes are great. This isn't some kind of a drastic, crazy dieting regimen. This is a great way to eat for a long time. And they let you choose between 2 choices for each meal every day that you're on a program. And that's all the thinking you have to do. Just open your mouth and pop it in your puss, and the weight pours off your body. So if you're really serious about losing the weight once and for all, do it the delicious, the smart way with Balance for Life. Let them take care of all the choices for you. Call 954-568-3229 and say, what happened to that fat pig, the Beast, by the way? Call 954-568-3229 or check them out on the wicked World Wide Web at balanceforlife.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Howard David's a bitch.
St. Patrick's Day is here, and if you're like most folk, you're going to pop a cap on someone if you hear Danny Boy one more time. Aye, but now you can throw down your guts, because there's a new CD from Deaf Clover Records called Oh Hip Hop, featuring this one from O. Kelly.
No matter what I do, all I think about is booze. Even when I'm with O'Toole, lad, you know I'm crazy over you. Famous Begara!
Oh, shizzle me nizzle. Oh, Hip Hop also contains this one from Marshall O'Mathers.
Begara mama, I didn't mean to drink brew. I didn't mean to get that high, but tonight I'm puking in the closet.
It's the album you'll want to hear. A Guinness and a Guinness. Oh, Hip Hop with Sheila Lopez.
Don't be fooled by the shamrocks I got. I'm still Sheila from the block.
And this shillelagh shaker from McNelly.
I'm getting drunk in here and peeing on me clothes.
Oh, Hip Hop. Drive by and pick up a copy today. Watch the charts. It's sure to go pot of gold.
Are we a little early with the St. Patty's Day stuff? It's on the 17th.
Great.
Huh?
I love that.
It's coming up on the 17th, but I figure we got all the other stuff, the leper condoms and God Loves the Irish, so we'll work them all in. When in doubt, work it out. Convicted killer, somebody faxes this, which I did see it. I didn't want to talk about it because they faxed it and it just makes me so goddamn pissed off. Convicted killer Nathaniel Brazil, 16, contests adult sentence. Moments after their teenage son was sentenced to 28 years in prison for killing his English teacher, Nathaniel Brazil's parents said they had faith his case would be overturned on appeal. We'll live with the sentence, but it's not over, the 14-year-old's father, Nathaniel Brazil Sr., told a throng of reporters surrounding him outside the Palm Beach County Courthouse July 2001. Almost 20 months later, Nathaniel, now 16, will get his day before an appeals court. The Palm Beach County Public Defender's Office is set to go before the 4th District Court of Appeals in West Palm Beach today to ask that Brazil's second-degree murder conviction be set aside. The appeal centers on two arguments: that Brazil was unconstitutionally treated as an adult, and the prosecutor made 20 inappropriate comments to the jury. This is the kid that shot his teacher, Barry Gruno, in the face and killed him dead?
Yes.
May 26, 2000, at Lake Worth Middle School. And should have probably had life in prison, or maybe the lethal injection. Oh, you can't do that to a 14-year-old. Why the hell not? When a 14-year-old shoots you in the head and kills you, you're just as dead as that when he was 18 or 19 or 20. Oh, they want it set aside. That's right. Just turn him loose. Just turn him loose on a technicality. On this show, we say, no way. In fact, on this show, we say double the sentence, at least 56 years minimum. Wouldn't you say?
Right on.
Bleeding heart bunch of assholes. Rick in Tampa says, as a resident, I can honestly say that Tampa's a highly overrated city, even with the goddamn Super Bowl win. Nice going there, by the way, Rick. Told you those Bucks would do it, but of course most of the Buccaneers, none of the Bucks are from Tampa, so...
Tampa.
Right. Our hockey team sucks, our baseball team is pathetic, our local politicians are more concerned with lap dances than real issues, says Rick in Tampa. Let's put down Tampa. We're getting some good selections in here, which I'll get to. In fact, I like this thing that you faxed that somebody sent in. Survey ranks the world's best and worst places to live. We'll get to that. Or these other faxes. Big Arnie says, Dallas. He says, New York and Vegas are not overrated. They're the greatest places to go in America. Overrated is Dallas, a hot city with nothing to offer but a bunch of Yankee-hating good old boys. Their airport is the worst airport in the country to drive in. Remember when we went to Vegas?
Yeah.
You were on that one trip,
yes,
weren't you?
Where
we had this. No, you weren't. No.
No, we were there. We had to take the the daisy chain circle around the Dallas airport.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I was there. We were crammed into that little box. That's a fate worse than death. Before they had national and before they had those nonstop direct flights from Miami or Fort Lauderdale to Vegas, and you always have to make the stopover, and usually you'd be in Dallas. Right. When you have to go from one concourse to the other one, you do it on that little train. Well, I don't mind like doing a little bit of a train like they got one in Orlando at the airport, but this train goes like out over the whole goddamn city and across the road and under the overpass and over the underpass. We saw Carlos sitting under the overpass. It goes in a circuit, but only in one direction, and we just happened to need to go to the right, the one that was next to us, but on the other side.
And so you're looking at your watch like, am I going to actually make my flight? I mean, am I going to get there sometime before midnight? And it's 10 in the morning, you know. It says the airport is the worst in the country to drive in. As every street becomes a circle, you don't know where the hell you're going. It says they're a bunch of prejudiced assholes, a big city with backward ways. Okay, that's good enough for me. We got Dallas and Tampa. And don't forget.
Tampa.
Right. And they can take the Bucks and stuff them too. What a bunch of... That is such a bunch of retardos. Where did those people come from? I just can't get over it.
What, the tampons?
The tampons. Where did they come from?
They don't come from anywhere.
They must have come downstream from Nashville. They must have. Had to have. Doug in Pembroke Pines says, congratulations on 27 years of South Florida radio activity. I've been an avid listener for 25 of those 27 years, and all I can say is, oi! And he mentions a city that I thought of, and then I forgot because I'm getting old and feeble. He says, an overrated city is
Eisner?
Orlando. Mm-hmm. A Central Florida backwash whose only claim to fame is a theme park dedicated to a fictional rodent.
Eisner?
And the rest of the town is merely an imitation of that tragedy. Oi blanking vey, have a great day. Says Doug in Pembroke Pines. You got it, Doug. It's down there, Orlando. You're right. Highly overrated. Well, I mean, what do they got there? Especially since all the Bible thumpers closed down Orange Blossom Trail, the titty bars. That was a long time ago. Mm-hmm. All the Bible thumpers. See, that's what goes on in Florida. Let's close down the titty bars and the swing clubs and make it into just a big outdoor church. So only the religionists can go and screw everybody that they can get their hands on. Kind of like Nashville, same thing. Church on every street corner, and kitty corner across the street is a bar. Every street corner in Nashville. Bar on one corner and a church on the other corner.
Well, at least you don't have far to stumble afterwards.
Right. All depending on which way you're going. So anyway, this survey from Reuters, the Swiss city of Zurich edged out Vancouver, Canada, and the Austrian capital of Vienna to top the Quality of Life survey published on Monday. Now, what's the date on this? Does it have a date?
I'm looking.
Well, yeah. Now, look at this. This must be my psychic powers again. It was published yesterday. Baghdad, the Iraqi capital where residents are preparing for a possible U.S.-led war, placed 213th of the 215 cities studied.
Well,
and that's
worse?
Before we start dropping La Bamba.
Right.
213 out of 215, not too good. The study handed the crown to Zurich based on 39 criteria ranging from political, social, and economic factors that also included the quality of health, education, and transport services. Zurich, I've never been to any of these places. Zurich, Vienna, or Vancouver, or Baghdad. Even though we are on Radio Baghdad, according to some of our listeners.
Now you know where to go on your next vacation.
Zurich, which is surrounded by picturesque scenery, also claimed the top spot in last year's survey of cities commissioned by Mercer Human Resources Counseling, whoever the hell they are. Vancouver, nestled between the mountains and the ocean on Canada's Pacific coast, and historic Vienna ranked a joint second, followed by Geneva and Sydney, Australia. Is that Geneva, New York, or Geneva, Switzerland?
Gee.
Sydney, Australia. Well, that's because there are all those fags there. Auckland, Copenhagen, the German cities of Frankfurt and Munich, and the Swiss capital of Bern, all tied for fifth spot. This has kind of a distinct Swiss flavor to it, you know?
Like
It's kind of a Swish feel to it. At the other end of the table, Congo's Brazzaville and Banjul, as in Bafangul in the Central African Republic, were judged to have the worst quality of life, both behind even Baghdad. Top-rated city in the U.S. was San Francisco, which placed 20th, down from 18 last year. San Francisco, I want to put that on there, overrated. I'm putting it on there. You ever been there?
No.
Of course not. What am I asking you? How about Carlos? He's never been anywhere. Carlos can't afford to get out of Dade County.
Seattle. I've been to a couple places, just not there.
Such as?
Colorado. A few places in Colorado.
Colorado? You mean you just worked at the state, or did a place have like a name to it?
Well, Steamboat Springs.
Woo!
Vail. Aspen.
Where?
Vail.
Oh, you're one of those skiing people?
Yep.
You see that Canadian judge? She was skiing. She got run over by the, what do they call those trucks that clear the path?
Snowplow?
Yes, something like that. It wasn't not as
plow,
pedestrian as a snowplow. It had a more fancy name, like a death machine. Well, she got killed by it. Sonny Bono, look what happened to him and that Kennedy guy. Not a good idea, Carlos, for a little punk like you to be out there. You're already skating on thin ice, is what I'm hearing. That's what Eric said. 26 past 10 at 560. QAM, where we're radio-ish. Be sure and check out that billboard if you look real fast. Now, we're getting the list and the addresses and the other stuff about the other billboards, if there are any other billboards. Or is that just a scam to try to pacify Norma Kent, which I didn't even understand it to show how slow I am. I thought they actually wanted to promote us and all of the station. Come to find out, they're just responding to what they thought was a big lawsuit. It turned out to be just a scam. Nice going, Norm. Nice work. Oh! About time you did something right. Scared the living pants off of that silly bastard. God. Remember old dirty bastard? We got silly bastard.
30, we call him.
About 30. Dirty. Hey, if you're reluctant about ordering a bed over the phone or anything else over the phone, don't be reluctant. Don't be recalcitrant. Because over 1 million people have bought a mattress over the phone from Dollar Mattress, including me, plus hundreds more every week. George has done it, Miguel has done it, and ordered the mattress too. You know our good friends at Dollar Mattress by now. We've been talking about them for years on this show. Nothing has got a bigger impact on your life each day and every day than a great night's sleep, especially when nobody interrupts you by calling you at 10:45 at night after a hockey game when you're trying to sleep, Rimmer. Call 1-800-MATTRESS right now, 1-800-MATTRES, and you'll have a great night's sleep from Dollar Mattress. It's the easiest way to buy anything. They carry the best, too. In fact, Fat Boy's arranging I'm going to get me a Dollar Mattress up here in Toronto. How do you like that, eh?
Yeah.
They carry Sealy, Serta, Simmons, and King Coil, every size and style. I told him I want me a Sealy Posturepedic. And you know what he said? Just like that. That's what he said. Anything for you, Pally? Dollar Mattress is ranked number 1 in customer satisfaction. They've got more repeat and referral customers than anybody else because they know how to treat you right. Once you buy a mattress from Dollar Mattress, you'd never even think about going back to a showroom in a bedding or department store again. And don't forget, when you buy your mattress from Dollar Mattress, they'll set it up and take away the crappy old bedding for free. You heard me right. Dollar Mattress sets up your new mattress and takes away the crappy, smelly, nasty, soiled old bedding for free. So make the call now to Dollar Mattress. Enjoy a great night's sleep for months and years to come. Call toll-free 1-800-MATTRES. That's 1-800-MATTRESS for Dollar Mattress, the easiest, the smartest, the most inexpensive way to buy you a great new name brand mattress.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Bill Rogers God.
He's an American music icon, the original country punk. And now he's reaching across the Atlantic to pay tribute to England's greatest punk band. It's the best of Johnny Clash.
The sheriff don't like it. Rockin' the Casbah.
The Man in Black is back, on track, with a very special version of Train in Vain.
Did you stand by me? No, not at all. Did you stand by me? No way.
Yes, London's calling, and they're saying hello to the best of Johnny Clash.
If I go, there will be trouble. And if I stay, it will be double. Hello, this is Johnny Clash, and I shot this commercial in Reno just to watch you buy my brand new record. So you gotta let me know, should I stay or should I go?
The best of Johnny Clash. Look for it in the Combat Country section of your local record store.
Thank you kindly.
10:32 at 560. You're not looking too good these days, Johnny Clash. You know what?
No, not at all.
Looking like he's right on the edge of being on the way out.
Are those ACN bits? Those, the Irish one and that one?
Yes.
Wow.
And what about that, Zytefex?
That was ACN too?
Yes. It's a brand new one.
There's a new prescription drug whose name says it all.
Zytefex.
Yeah, you didn't like that?
I loved it, but it's ACN.
That was sensational. Well, they're starting to butch up a little bit, okay?
Good.
It's their turn. You know how that goes. Kind of like this audience. WQAM, I bet you there's nobody here. Hello.
Hi,
Told you.
Is this a realtor?
I beg your pardon?
Are you a realtor?
Yes. What kind
Hi,
of realtor?
I'm Jackie Weissman, Coldwell Banker.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to put that
I
on
know,
there. She
I
thought
know.
she was calling somebody else,
Right.
and then she goes and puts her name on here. She's got the wrong freaking number. Maybe she's involved in the sale of the station. That must be what that is. She's from one of those real estate places. Huh? We don't want to start any more rumors and get Greg any more agita, do we?
Yeah.
Get his stomach churning again and have him puking in the wastebasket like Mike Disney? Yeah. Payback is a bitch, Greg, okay? You're taking years off all of our lives. Now it's time to pay you back, to reward you for the abuse and the nastiness and the hostility and the throwing people under the bus and trying to blame other people for your own bad decisions and bad mistakes, whatever they were. What were they? Crap. Rand McNally has this to say about Miami. If you joined us in midstream, here's our survey today. The most overrated city in the world is New Orleans, New York, Miami, Los Angeles, Amsterdam, Las Vegas, Paris, San Diego, Philadelphia, Orlando, Dallas, Tampa, San Francisco is what we got so far. The most overrated city in the world is our poll, and I'll tell you what we got so far. Why am I reading that like a moron? Well, because it's there, I guess. Miami 68, New Orleans 44, toilet. Paris 35, LA 18, New York 16, Las Vegas a dozen, Amsterdam 10, and none for anybody else. None. Well, they just went up there, I guess. Rand McNally has this to say about Miami, at least according to what somebody just faxed me. It says, poor excuse for a city, center of rampant crime and hub of the ignorant. Come on, they must have made this up. You think?
I'm sure.
With a plethora of ethnicities and nationalities, it is truly baffling that there is zero semblance of culture. It is very important to have a compass when traveling in Miami. If you get lost, just head north. Do not stop and ask for directions. The people probably don't speak English or you'll be shot and carjacked. But on a good note, the climate is warm. Yeah, right. Rand McNally, my ass. Yeah. Maybe the guy's name is Joe McNally. Maybe you knew Dave McNally. He used to pitch for the Orioles, you think? No. Cute. Very cute. Anyway, getting back to this survey that was taken yesterday, boy, this is amazing. How I just fell into a bucket of crap again, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Keep falling into a bucket of crap. I get up, shower myself off. Let's see, Zurich topped the poll. Other notable cities included Amsterdam was number 10, the most livable. And what is the question again? The top rated is what? I see. 39 criteria ranging from political, social, economic factors, quality of health, education, and transport services. Yeah, the transportation's good in Amsterdam. Sometimes in the summer, though, it smells real bad on that tram. Ooh. Amsterdam was number 10, Tokyo 26, London 39, LA 53, and Rome was 66. Rome is not especially, I do like it a lot, I love it, but it's not very livable because it's congested.
and polluted. It is. You ever been there? Of course not. But why are you laughing?
We keep going over this over and over
I
again.
understand, but life is short. You got that good friend there with all that money who keeps saying,
Right.
use the apartment. You tell him to buy you some plane tickets and send you
spoken
and
to him
Crystal
in
around the
2
world,
years.
Huh? Why not? Just because of that little lawsuit?
Maybe.
Just because he's irresponsible and a scumbag?
Maybe.
We're tired of you, Al. Okay, you're old news. Anyway, lower down the table, Athens was 79, Istanbul 91, Rio de Janeiro 108, Jerusalem 126, New Delhi 162, the old Delhi did better, and Havana, Cuba 189. African cities occupied 17 of the bottom 20 spots. That sounds like a racist thing to me. Wouldn't you think?
You'd think.
In a related survey also by Mercer, Luxembourg scored the highest for personal safety, followed by Bern, Geneva, Helsinki. Oh, I like Helsinki. It's a nice place. Singapore and Zurich. Milan, Athens, and Rome were judged the least safe cities in Western Europe, while Washington got the worst safety ranking in the U.S. You know, I was only in Washington, D.C. once in my life.
Yeah? How was it?
And I think I was just driving through. I don't think I ever even stopped and saw any of the, the hot spots.
I've been there.
Really?
How about that?
How was it?
Hot.
Yeah.
And very, governmental.
That take you by surprise?
Very governmental. Excellent. Leave it to Carlos. He's going to come out with his own Rand McNally. Washington, hot in July and very governmental. Very judicious. Oh, brother. Oh, here's some good news. Speaking of looking around the world, Afghanistan retakes the heroin crown.
Yeah.
All right. We sure did it for them. Poppies. Afghanistan retook its place as the world's leading producer of heroin last year after U.S.-led forces overthrew the Taliban, which had banned cultivation of opium poppies. The finding was made in a key drug report distributed in Kabul on Sunday by the U.S. State Department, which supports almost identical findings by the United Nations last week. Low-grade heroin is refined in Afghanistan from opium, which is manufactured from the extract of poppies. The size of the opium harvest in 2002 makes Afghanistan the world's leading opium producer, the report said. The International Narcotics Control Strategy report said the area of land used to cultivate opium poppies reached 30,750 hectares compared with 1,685 in 2001. That's Hector Lopez. Afghanistan overtook Burma, whose production fell for the 6th straight year as the leading opium producer. The British government is the leading sponsor of the anti-drugs campaign in Afghanistan, and as usual, the British are doing a very impotent job. Pathetic. So Miami is pulling away now as the world's most overrated place. And I didn't vote for that. I voted for New Orleans. I mean, at least in Miami, you do have some beaches and you've got some, nice weather for about 20, 30 days of the year when it's not real humid.
About 30.
About 30, man. But other than that, New Orleans is it's a sewer, it's a sump pump, and all this crap the media, the media is responsible for poisoning the public's mind, unsuspecting poor schmucks out there. Oh, it's the Big Easy, it's Mardi Gras, everybody's having a great time, everybody's drunk, everybody's puking their guts out. Yeah? Let me ask you something. Can you get drunk within a few blocks of home anywhere you are?
Yeah.
I bet you even in Albany you can get drunk. I bet you even in Canandaigua, New York, you can go down to the bowling alley and get drunk on your ass and puke your guts out. And probably get better food than you can in New Orleans. All of that Cajun spicy crap that'll just turn your kishkis inside out. Oh, God. And then every time I think about New Orleans, I think of that damn Emeril Lagasse. He just makes my skin crawl. Bam! 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 And he's been doing a lot of that, is what we're hearing. Resulting in a divorce and a very ugly settlement. Too much bam! Wham bam! No thank you, ma'am. Emeril. Another TV creation, just like Dr. Phil. Turned on about 2 minutes before 6 o'clock last night to see the news on CFTO, which they do a real good job here of news. And guess whose show is just ending at that point? Dr. Phil. Does he belong on the air?
No.
Does he have anything to say?
No.
Is there any reason why anybody should watch Dr. Phil other than he used to be on Oprah?
No.
No. He's on there.
Yeah, but he's telling it like it is. He's keeping it
He's
real.
full of crap. He's a big tub of crap who says the same damn thing to everybody, and that's what the public wants now. That's why Dr. Laura got her thing before that TV show bombed, but that's why she got her thing on radio, is because she was putting people down. That's what they want to hear. And that's his whole thing, is putting people down, telling them how stupid they are and incompetent and inept and they're doing everything wrong and just looking at them and going,
"You asshole."
Yeah, that's what people want now. That's why they like those so-called reality shows. They want to see people put down and people stabbing each other in the back. These are the American values that we treasure and cherish now, is stabbing everybody else in the back and getting even with these money-grubbing bitches.
Yeah. These gold diggers. That's right. That's why all those guys are watching Joe Millionaire, because they want to see him get even with all these damn gold diggers. Including Betty White. You know she was married to Alan Luden? I like his cough drop. 1041 at 560 WQAM. What am I looking at here?
Aren't they lozenges?
What am I looking at? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong spot is what I'm looking at. Oh, no. You don't want to do that. That'll get Todd Dreck all upset, wouldn't it? Well, something to think about. He makes my skin crawl, Todd Dreck, by the way. Remember the day that guy called in? What are you picking on him? Every time I mention about Todd Dreck, his boyfriend calls in. Oh, I know Todd. He's a good guy. What are you ragging on Todd? Because he's an asshole. And he's skiing out there in Colorado right now, he said. That was another one of my veiled comments. He makes me nauseous. He represents everything evil at QAM, and that covers a lot of territory. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Don't want to do his job, full of crap. Just general problem on two legs. That's Todd Dreck. A problem on legs. 1042 at 560 WQAM. We got the Mad Dog at 1. Hank is doing a show from the Miami Heat Arena, the Mickey Harrison Arena, the Mickey Mayor Pinga Pequena Arena. Marlins at the Mets. 6:55 tonight. Exhibitionist baseball. Any interest?
No.
Eddie K after the baseball game. Joe and Mark overnight. Heard Mo pushing for listeners for Eddie K this morning. He's sucking around with everybody now. Mo is looking for somebody with whom to align himself. You think that's going to work?
No.
Not that Gildy's now running around all over town. Even a stranger is what am I going to do about Mo? What am I going to do about Mo? He's killing me. Mo, no Mo. How many times have you heard an opportunity and you didn't act? You just didn't grab it when you had the chance and all of a sudden just disappeared like that. You missed out. Right now is one of those times. Reach out and grab for it. Rarely does an opportunity interrupt you, but this one should. 3.45% financing with a financial group. Call them toll free. 1-800-940-LEND. How long will these low interest rates? Who knows? Even George don't know. But when you look back on history, not very long. So this is a window of opportunity. That's the way to look at it. Go through that window with a financial group and get you a 3.45% financing and save yourself a Schmidt load of money. 3.45% financing. Call Financial Group to check this out. They'll answer all your questions with no obligation. Call 1-800-940-LEND. That's 1-800-940-LEND. And what will 3.45% financing do to those monthly payments? Here's a couple examples for you to give you an idea of just how much they'll crush them down to very minimal. You get a $200,000 loan, you pay only $900 a month. A $100,000 loan, you pay only $450 a month. So don't wait, get your balls rolling, do it now while you're thinking about it. Call Financial Group toll free, 1-800-940-LEND. They're an equal housing lender. Credit restrictions do apply, and rates, of course, are subject to change without notice, so get with it. 5.34 APR.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
God?
For air. Best thing to do, you should try to see how long a walk to work it will be. Prices so high at the pumps. Oh. Prices so high at the pumps. Prices so high at the pumps. It's that higher price I'm not paying for.
Estoy muy bien aquí.
1047 at 560 WQAM. 246 votes on the poll. The most overrated city in the world is, according to our audience, Miami 79, New Orleans 50, Paris 39. See, and of course it's all subjective. I mean, if you think that a great city is a place where they got beautiful art and beautiful buildings and all stuff like that, that's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. If you think a great city is a place where the people are really friendly and great looking and, or whatever your criteria might be, right?
Right.
It's all subjective. Of course, if you think Miami is a great city, then we all say you're full of crap. Miami 80, New Orleans 51, Paris 41, Los Angeles 22, New York 21, Vegas 14. I'd sure like to hear from some of them people as to why. Amsterdam 11, Orlando 8, Frisco 3, Dallas 1, Philadelphia 1, Tampa 1, and San Diego's got the big...
Oh!
I've never been there, so I can't tell you. But I hear San Diego's a beautiful place.
I hear nothing about San Diego.
Where the weather is always like, and they don't have the high humidity. So we're like 75.
Right.
All year round, pretty much. And it's never real humid and nasty with the big, gigantic bowling ball mosquitoes like South Florida. Although, other than that, you're right, I don't hear anything about San Diego. Nobody ever says, wow, what a fun place that is, or what an exciting place that is.
Or anything, neither here nor there.
A lot of semen there.
That's what I heard.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Let's take a few calls here. I got so much stuff.
Yeah, I'll take a few.
Well, I mean, they haven't been calling because I haven't been taking any, right? You'll see.
Okay.
You'll watch, you'll see, you'll wait, and maybe they won't. I don't know, and I don't really care, to be honest with you. I'm just wound up today.
Right, no, ramble some more. It's great.
Because I'm feeling a little bit better now. I'm getting over the Greg Reed-induced illnesses now. Don't be calling me anymore, Duff, okay, unless it's a major emergency. And even then, put a note in a bottle and send it up across Lake Ontario. I just don't want to be bothered by them. And it's kind of like they take it personal, They don't understand that after you have a stroke, it takes weeks before your brain's unscrambled and your brain heals and everything kind of like gets back to abnormal. They don't want to admit that. Like they're dumb, Are they dumb? Oh, that's right, I forgot. Out of sight, out of mind. They're dumb. They're dumb, they're insensitive. It's like when I had that serious stroke years ago and I wound up doing that show the next day right after I had the stroke. My mouth was like hanging out like that and I could barely talk, and they still let me go ahead and do the show. And then I was out for 2 weeks and Disney wanted to know from Salfus, well, how come he's got to be out a second week? I mean, this is really outrageous. I just had a stroke, you asshole. I can't speak. Is that a good reason?
No.
I mean, that was a bad one. I would talk, and these people calling me at home. And, it's not that I didn't appreciate their concern, but in those days, after you have a bad stroke, you have no energy. So I talked to somebody for like 2 minutes on the phone, and I'd be like out of breath,
But that's always the case when you're sick. Everybody's calling you to see how you're doing and
right, and all you want is to be left
right.
alone, and you're afraid not to answer it, especially in those days. There was no caller ID back then. Mm-hmm. And you're afraid not to answer it. It might be Ed McMahon with your $10 million, Something like that. Might be your boss saying, hey, we decided to pay you off your rest of your contract. You're a pain in the ass, and here's a check, and go away and have a nice life, and don't bother us anymore. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, that would be the way to do it. Not going to happen. We're waiting to go back to 10 to 2. That's what we're waiting for. We're still in a holding pattern. We're waiting for Clarence and Muff to put their heads together and get that great game plan going. We're waiting. We're holding our breath. We're sucking oxygen waiting for them to get with it. We're sucking oxygen, and Duff and Clarence, they're probably sucking something else. 5670560.
Lemons.
Sucking Quince. Parsimmons.
Who's he?
WQAM.
Yeah.
He's kin to Gene Simmons. Yes, sir.
Pembroke Pines?
Pembroke Pines is the worst overrated city in the world?
No, Baghdad.
Baghdad? WQAM.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? Long time, first time, Neil.
All right.
Neil, two things. Number one, I want to say hi to George. I used to go to high school with him. He just probably doesn't remember me, but anyways. Regarding your poll, Neil, I think that basically...
well, wait a minute. Do you remember this guy?
No, I don't know his name.
What's your name? What's your first name?
Ozzy.
Yeah, I remember Ozzy.
South Miami.
Right. Class of 82?
Yeah, 92, exactly.
92.
92.
No,
okay, let's get back to Ozzy's call, because this is terminal. Go ahead, Ozzy.
All right, well, regarding the city, I think that no matter what state you're in, I think you enjoy,
What?
Your phone broke up just when you got to the magic word.
Yeah. Can you hear me
Where
now?
is it? Yeah.
I think that any city, what it really depends on is whether you have money or not to enjoy the city you're in, If I'm in Miami, I like Miami. I don't have to be hanging around the old folks. Take my boat, go out there and have a good time.
There you go.
And, that's it. And another thing, regarding the war, I just would like everybody to make their mind up. We go in or out, and that's it, if we gotta go out, take everybody back. Let's start partying again,
Okay. I have no idea what he said. It was
I
great.
don't think it was his phone.
Huh?
I don't think it was
not
his phone.
It was him. He was like, he went to school with George. What does that tell you, Yeah, he went to school with George. So every other word was like that. But he was okay. Thanks, Ozzy. You're okay in our book, okay? If we had to go to school with George, we'd wind up like that too, probably. 5670560. We're having a great day here today. And you want to know why? Because we made up our mind after hearing all the crap and the abuse that Mo took this morning. In fact, I kind of enjoyed it. We want to hear a lot more of that.
A lot mo. We want to hear a lot more of that kind of stuff. At least it spiced up his show a little bit instead of all these people calling sucking ass. It's boring. Don't you understand it, guys? See, because his ego is so big, he can't handle all the cheap shots, you know? That's bad. It spices up your show. It makes it more interesting. Even then the people that hate you like poison will tune in, which is a hell of a lot. Get those numbers up. Don't be too complacent just because you had that one phony trend in January. How you think anybody's be fooled by that? No. In fact, they were sitting shivvy all around the building. They were hoping you had like a 1.5 instead of a 5.5 in January because they figured that would be like the last nail in the coffin, okay? Like with Bela Lugosi. In fact, you ever see him and Bela Lugosi together?
No.
Only Bela had a better hairpiece.
Bela was a little thinner.
How could you tell? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. He used to make a lot of biting comments. WQAM.
Yes, hello?
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is Neil?
I think so.
Hey, Neil, what's up, man?
How you doing? Great call, man. What's up, man? Great call, man. WQAM.
Services and products from
WQAM.
Hi.
Yes, sir.
Neil, good morning.
What kind of a phone is this?
I'm on a piece of heavy equipment. I'll pull over and shut it off. First of all, belated congratulations. I'm one of the people who's been listening to you for over 15 years.
Thanks.
And you gotta admit that one of the worst overrated cities, especially in South Florida, is Key West.
Never been there.
Oh well, you're not missing anything.
Okay.
It makes New Orleans look like Rome.
Like paradise.
Yes, it does.
Okay,
well,
Polly, I got it down.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Never been there.
If you run into Muff or Suds down there, you've been there?
Yeah, working though. We used to have
I remember when we had our transmitter laying on its side down there in Key West. That was another one of those great Cox Broadcasting coups. Oh yeah, we're going to simulcast you guys in Key West. The only problem is it's a station where the tower just blew down with a storm. And that's a true story.
And it improved the reception.
Yeah, my hand to the sky. The tower was laying on the ground. In fact, the people in Key West could hear WIOD signal better than they could hear the local station because their tower had been knocked over and was laying like in a horizontal position. What a joke. So we got Key West on there. And are you keeping track of all of these or what?
We are.
We are? No, I'm just kidding.
And by we, I mean Carlos. He's emailing them to Eric because Eric
somebody
wants to
is. Yeah, they're all on there, aren't they? How about
I got them all
up there. Yeah, they're all on there. And now we're just added Key West. San Diego doesn't have any. I don't think it's because San Diego's so great. I think it's because they don't give a crap about San Diego. It's vanilla, you know?
It has to be rated before it can be overrated.
Right, exactly. It's kind of like, I'm trying to think of somebody around the station who's kind of like that, you know, like,
Adam Turan.
Adam, they're excellent, very good. I mean, he's okay, he's a good guy, we like him, but he's got no personality, and if you were like to say something descriptive about Adam, you'd say, I don't know, you know, he's a guy.
There you
go.
Right?
He's just a guy.
He's a guy, he wears a tie.
Don't look good, he don't look bad, he don't look, he's just a guy.
Generic.
A guy with a tie. Makes us want to die. 10:56. By the way, the magic mushrooms arrived here in Toronto. That's why I'm like all wound up. See, I don't need to go to Amsterdam to get my shipment. They ship stuff in from all over the world. Magic shrooms. Captain Dave brought him in personal, by the way. 85 votes for Miami, the most overrated city in the world. I've been trying to tell you that, Lynn. You'll never talk Lynn out of that. She's Lynn Samuel. She's obsessed with South Florida. Like I told you yesterday, she wants to be an AK. She wants to go down there like, lay on the beach and vegetate, which is a shame. What a waste of a mind. What a waste of a life to go down there and like hide from humanity in God's waiting room. Tragic. Butch up, Lynn. God damn it. Did I say 1057 and 560 WQAM were radio-ish? Did I say that?
Yes.
I'll tell you some guys who are car-ish. Tom Lehman and Joe Prieto. And Khalid Pontiac. No, actually, they're not car-ish. They're the real thing. That's why they've been there 35 years. Anybody who's been in that location for 35 years plus taking good care of people is not like car-ish. They be the real deal. And Khalid Pontiac GMC right now, as I speak, are proud to announce 3 great Neil Rogers Neil deals. That's how much they love me in this program because they name everything after me, even the restrooms there. Neil deal number 1, even some of the glory holes I'm hearing. Neil deal number 1, get 0% financing on all GMC 1500 series pickups. You heard me right, 0% on all 1500 series pickups. Neil deal number 2, numero dos.
Lease a GMC Envoy for only $299 a month plus tax for 48 months. That's correct. Let me say it again. Only $299 a month plus tax. And Neil Deal number 3, trace this call. Buy a Pontiac Vibe for only $199 a month. You heard correct again. Only $199 a month for a great Pontiac Vibe. And as always, Hallett's got unbeatable deals on dependable used car trucks and gas-guzzling SUVs. And if the other guys in town say you got very marginal credit, you once worked at QAM, have no fear because Tom Lehman's here. He'll cut you a deal somehow, some way at Hallett Pontiac, even if Carlos has to make the payments. It's the great Neil Deal triple header going on now at Hallett Pontiac GMC, and you'll find him in that same familiar spot, 13401 South Dixie Highway. That's US 1 right across the street from the Falls, open every day, 7 days a week. If you want to get more information about the Neil Deals, just call the Neil Deal hotline. Makes sense to me. 1-888-534-4211. That's 1-888-534-4211. Don't forget, all Neil Deals are subject to credit approval. See dealer for details. And Hallett Pontiac GMC, who be professional grade.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Oh, God.
Saddam Hussein's a motherfucker. Oh. Saddam Hussein's a motherfucker. Saddam Hussein's a motherfucker. Saddam Hussein's a motherfucker. Iraq's a crappy little country. Smells like the mustache on his face. Just get rid of that. You're in drinking chubby and blow up the whole goddamn place. Saddam Hussein's a motherfucker. 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 Saddam Hussein's a motherfucker.
1102, well, I tell you, that's been around for a long time. It's back with the 3 bullets. Huh? Number 1 on the hit parade again.
Oh, damn it.
Uh-oh. What'd you drop?
Well, I got dropsy here, okay? I want to keep everything nice and neat and organized here. I don't want turning into a toilet like that studio there. Holy flashback, back to the Batcave, says CBSNews.com. Did we put this on the thing today or not?
Yes, sir.
All right. It's on NeilRogers.com. Holy reunion 37 years after Adam West and Burt Ward put on skin-tight suits to keep Gotham City safe from the villainous Penguin, Joker, and Riddler. Milton Berle used to be on there, too. He was Louis the Lilac.
That's right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
The dynamic duo was back together for a peek at what really happened behind the scenes. As in...
Squirt, squirt.
A lot of that. There were on-set explosions that left Ward injured daily, encounters with lusty female fans, whispers of West and Ward being gay, and complaints from censors about the sexual innuendo in the ABC series that aired from 1966 to 68. Sexual innuendo?
No.
What are they trying to say? Are they trying to say the show was a little gay? Our show was a lot different, Ward said. We teased them, taunted them, and played with their minds. For kids, it was kept clean. Teenagers saw the double meanings, and they appreciated it. And some of us saw the bulge in Robin's tights. West and Ward played off each other as well as they did during the sweeping 60s in the CBS movie Return to the Batcave, The Misadventures of Adam and Bert, airing Sunday 9 p.m. on CBS. Isn't that exciting?
When? Sunday at 9?
This coming Sunday, 9 p.m. on CBS, right after 60 Minutes and whatever else is on. It's dramatized to an extent, but most of it really did happen. All good comedy is based on truth, West said. Now they're saying we're a wonderful comedy team. What were we before? In the 2-hour movie, West 74 in a rotund Ward. Oh my God, isn't that sad? Have you seen him?
Yeah, I've seen him. Sad
with
for
a big bald spot and chubby, looks like the Beast. In fact, maybe he is the Beast. Maybe that's why we can't find him. If we had any word?
No.
Am I silly or what? West 74 and a rotund Ward 57 are forced to relive their past to find clues to recovering the Batmobile after it's stolen from a Hollywood charity event. When a bystander suggests calling the police, West in his best deadpan says, "This is a job for actors. We'll find the Batmobile." Us, Ward replies, "We wouldn't even know where to start." The movie was done by the same team behind the 2001 CBS hit movie Surviving Gilligan's Island. Dawn Marianne is co-executive producer. Dwayne Poole wrote the script, and Paul Kaufman is director and executive producer. I wonder if Paul Kaufman's related to Joyce Kaufman. The network realized the value of the Batman series the way the public responded to West and Ward, Kaufman said. There's something about those two. Watching the series as a child, it was very exciting to work with them and a little bit gay. Uh-huh. So how do you like that? They're coming back again, although it just won't be the same, you know?
Never is. What is?
You can't turn the clock back, baby. I'm sure that they were wonderful guys in their time. They hated each other like poison is what we kept hearing. And now all of a sudden they're doing a thing together because they want the moolah. That's what it's all about. Didn't like each other at all. The most overrated city, and we're not hearing any reasons, by the way, from this audience about why they voted like for Vegas or Amsterdam or some of those places. That would be interesting, but God forbid we should hear that. The most overrated city in the world is Miami 90. Not even close anymore. New Orleans 54. Paris 45. New York 24. Los Angeles 24. Vegas 18. We'd sure like to hear what people why, but we won't. Will we?
They lost their ass. That's my theory.
Orlando 15, Amsterdam 13, I don't understand that. San Francisco 3, Dallas 2, Tampa 2, Philadelphia 1, Key West 1, and San Diego still got none. What's not to like? The weather's nice, there's a lot of seamen.
And sailors too, I understand.
And sailors. Always sunny. Nice light breeze blowing all the time. What's I've never been there.
Hey, I got a theory about that Vegas vote.
What is that?
Maybe they went downtown.
I don't think that's got anything to do with it. Where would you rather go, downtown Vegas or downtown Miami?
Well, the Vegas Strip.
WQAM.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Listen, my Rogers chocolates arrived yesterday.
Oh, no.
Oh, no is right.
I'm so sorry.
You need to play that. You're a bastard.
Now, did you get the almond brittle?
Couple boxes of them.
And?
They are everything you said they were and more. It's the best candy I've ever had.
Is that incredible or what?
Absolutely the best.
When you bite in for the first time in your life to the first piece of that Rogers almond brittle, and the taste explodes in your mouth, it just you say to yourself, how can anything taste this good?
Absolutely. I found myself, I bit into it, and I'm just like holding it in my mouth. I said, I'm just going to hold it here. I don't even want to chew it up.
Yeah, I've had that feeling, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for you. Now that we had this $26 billion that we're going to give Turkey to be our new best friend.
No, they don't want it. They want more than that, I guess. They want 40 or 50, I guess. 26 was a good start.
Yeah, do you think they'll be able to turn that $26 billion back into maybe education or health care or something here back in the States?
No, they want to compete with Afghanistan on the poppy market.
Hey, listen, thanks for 27 years, my friend.
Don't overdo it, man.
All right, buddy.
Stay alive.
You're a bastard.
I am, and I admit it. See, there's the guy. See, people joke about that because I went on and I gave the website, RogersChocolates.com. And there are people out there actually ordered it because I told them it was good. They knew that I know my crap, man. When I tell them that some kind of a food product is good, they run for it. They grab it. They squeeze it. I hope it doesn't kill this guy because that stuff is addicted. Whatever it is. And the good part of it is I can't find it anymore. The place where I used to buy it, they don't carry it anymore.
Right.
And maybe they can't get it anymore. Maybe it's out of stock because I've got this run on Rogers almond brittle. That stuff is just, it makes like, it's almond brittle. It's like peanut brittle only made, and it's covered with like thick, rich milk chocolate. Thick, dark milk chocolate.
I love eating nuts.
Yeah, where the hell is he?
Eating nuts?
Look, I want to say it again. I'm not joking, but what's happening with him is typical of what goes on with QAM. They throw you on, and then you're just left hanging. Nobody ties up the loose ends there. We got 75 people with titles running around, going from room to room, patting everybody on the head, making sure everybody sees them so they can get a check, and say that the job justification. But in the meantime, nobody ties up the loose ends there. It's like the call I get yesterday about, George Corso, our engineer, he got a email from our engineer guy in Amsterdam, and he can't get into my old apartment there because Peter changed the locks and blah 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 blah. All this other bull crap. Well, first of all, nobody changed any locks, number one, and number two, I talked to my landlord last night, and all Mark has got to do is, call him again, and he'll now that he knows what, I'm not coming back. Remember last summer in August, the end of August, when I came back and I said I'm not going to Amsterdam anymore to do shows?
Yeah.
Take the equipment out. Remember I told them that? Back in August. Oh, no, Neil changes his mind. Leave it there. You'll want to go back. No, and they finally kept banging away. I said no. And they left it there. Then I go to Amsterdam for 2 weeks for my vacation in December. I hated it like poison. It was cold. There's no more tourists anymore because of what's going on in the world. It was awful. The apartment was dank. I got sick. Got out of there early. I came back 2nd of January. I come back to work. What's the first thing I told them? Get the equipment out of the Amsterdam apartment because I'm not going back. I'm giving up the apartment. I'm not going back. Here it's March the 4th. And they're still bop, 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 beep. And you know something? If they don't get it back, don't blame me. Don't look at me. Because this is typical of the way they do everything. They just diddle around and wait till the last minute. Well, guess what? Maybe they won't get it. I don't know, and I don't care. That's their problem. When you give people notice on something on the 26th of August, and now it's the 4th of March, and they're still, Neil might change his mind. Neil's not changing his mind, okay, for your benefit or anybody else's. I'm thinking I'm going back to KAT. I'm going to play classical music.
All right.
Hey, why don't I not close out my career where I started it? KAT.
Beethoven's Opus 9.
Right. Why the hell not? And this thing with the Beast that just frosts my fat ass a little bit because he's supposed to be our poster child for one of our fine sponsors, and I'm supposed to be talking about a beat. And Troy Stratford, as much as I'm always talking about how he's the one good sales guy, he's full of crap. He don't follow through on anything. He don't give me any information. The Bluffmeister, he's sitting in there, playing pimp for Greg Reed, making phone calls to people that Greg don't have the balls to face, even on the phone. I'll tell you, that's the ultimate coward, you know what? It's one thing not to be able to look somebody in the eye and deal with them face to face, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all know people like that. But it's another thing to be such a coward that you don't even want to talk to somebody on the phone even by long distance. Because you're too embarrassed by your aberrant behavior. And you have no case to defend. And you've been trying to throw people under the bus anyway in spite of what they've done for you. I'd be embarrassed too. And so I'd also have lackeys running around calling with these lame, Greg wants me to call you and let you know the studio's not going to be ready in time. That was the beginning of my relationship with this company. It's gone downhill from then. It's tragic. All I want to do is find out where the hell is the Beast. What's the story with this guy? Does he die? Is he in a hospital? Is he, God forbid, if something happened to him?
This is the Beast.
Yeah. What's the story? That's all. Is that a difficult thing? I guess. And I'm sure the audience would like to know what's going on with that fat pudwhacker. What's the story already? And you're right. If he schlepped off to another cruise, you know something? I wash my hands of that creature. That's it. In fact, I'll personally call the real Troy over there at Balance for Life and say, cut off his water. Don't bring this punk any more food. Now, is he getting his food? Do we know? No, we don't know.
Last time I saw him, which was, I guess a week and a half ago on the weekend, he had his sack with him.
Yeah. I think Sack is his middle name, if you ask me. We got Zach and we got Sack. And then we got the Beast who got sacked.
Yeah.
It's just sad. It's pathetic. I'm not going to get excited about it. You know me, I had a stroke.
Right, don't get excited.
I'm not. I'm starting to actually get my brains back together again. And it really galls me to think that we got people in that building so stupid not to understand that when you have a stroke, the last thing you want is to get your blood pressure up and get all stressed out over a bunch of crap that you don't even know what they're talking about. Duff. Don't be making any more calls like that, Duff. Or you're going to hear click. That's what he's going to hear. Immediately. That familiar sound. 11:13 at 560 WQAM. For years I've been telling you about the health benefits of Oleomed. In fact, if you're eating that almond brittle, you probably should be popping Oleomed just to be safe. I'll keep telling you about it because the stuff works and because these people pay their bills too. Oleomed, and I'm taking it too now, as a matter of fact, every day for my blood pressure. Oleomed soft gels contain pharmaceutical-grade olive oil, not just ordinary pedestrian mealy-mouthed olive oil, but super concentrated, outstanding olive oil loaded with health benefits for you. Oleomed every day can help reduce the risk of heart disease and high cholesterol. Plus, there are 14 different Oleomed formulas to choose from. Each one combines pharmaceutical-grade olive oil combined with vitamins, minerals, and herbals to support specific needs, from bones to blood pressure to the immune system. Just choose the formulas that are right for you. And now there are 3 new Oleomed formulas, one to help you sleep, one to help you control your weight, and CoQ10. You'll find Oleomed at more and more joints because more and more people are popping it every day. Pick some up today at Publix, Eckerd's, Walgreens, Whole Food Markets, Navarro and Sedano's, or order it online if you like, OleomedAmerica.com. For more information about these outstanding products and what they can do to help your health, call toll-free and ask away. Call 1-866-OLEOMED. That's 1-866-653-6633 and start popping your Oleomed in your puss, or maybe in somebody else's, right away.
This is Sports Radio 560, QAM.
It stinks in Miami town at 560 WQAM. It used to be hot back in the good old days before the old parts came and politicians named Jose. This town was once alive. They even had spring break. There were things to do all night in Broward and in Day. But the old fart walking dead had the power to elect the crooked Julio who just got off the boat. I heard Neil Rogers cry. This is the day that Miami died.
Yes.
Everyone who thought that they knew best are the ones who brought us slow and painful death to Miami. Can you believe there was a time they had casinos in Hallandale? Oi! Tried to organize the crime, but the experiment had failed. Oi! When the brain dead came to town and tore the fun stuff down, they pissed all over the place. It's a big goddamn disgrace. I heard Neil Rogers cry. This is the day that Miami died. What a great place it could have been, but self-serving assholes ruined it with apathy. I heard Neil Rogers cry.
325 votes on a poll, and it seems like an awful lot of people agree. The most overrated city in the world is number one with 97 votes, Miami.
Oh!
New Orleans 57, Paris 49, New York 27. Big drop off there from 3 to 4. You see that?
Yes.
LA 26, Vegas 22. We still have nobody explaining that, and you're right. They probably lost their ass. Too bad. Orlando 17, Amsterdam 13. I don't get that. Tampa 4, Key West 4, Frisco 3, Dallas 3, Philadelphia 2, and San Diego finally got a vote. Oh! Let's hear it. I guess they just want to, recognize them.
Yeah.
Put them on the map.
Like Red China?
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Mad Dog will be on a 1. No baseball this afternoon.
Oh!
We gotta wait all the way till 6:55 for the Marlin Exhibitionist game with the Mets. Thank God.
See, when are we moving the show back to 10 to 2 so that we can really take advantage of this, preseason?
Not gonna happen. They talk a good game in programming in there. Our middle-level management people, our operations manager and our program director and our station manager and our this one and that one and everybody else. They talk a good game. Pop, 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 beep, 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 beep. And they just want to pacify it because, they made a Humpty Dumpty. They broke it into 1 million pieces and now they're going to put it back together again? No. They haven't got a clue what to do. Just like I told you before the show today, when they messed with Ranieri at IOD and tried to reformulate the morning show, that was it. That was the end of the old IOD. That was the beginning of the end. Finito, baby. Finito, bonito. And the same thing here. The first team. What was wrong with the first team? Okay, so they didn't have gigantic numbers. They had 8 million spots. At least it was something for Tom Jicha to write about back when he used to own a radio, that they had all those spots because, and that's why their ratings were low. That he would write all that crap for his buddies from the racetrack, Defoe. But everybody knew the first team. And even people who didn't like that show, at least they liked the guys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We even liked Geldy back in those days a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. Now.
They kept it light.
Right. They didn't pontificate. They weren't pompous. They weren't on there talking down their noses to the public like everybody's a bunch of quislings. You know what I'm saying? Like, here I am. I'm here. Get down and kiss my ring. That kind of crap. Nobody wants to hear that.
What ring are you talking about?
Nobody wants pomposity. You know the word that goes in front of it. Just ask Freaky Carlos at front. Ring, that ring.
Oh.
That's the one he's talking about. WQAM.
Hey, how you doing there?
Okay, Rich.
Anyway,
wait a minute. Now, why did George just make a sound?
Because it sounded like a real familiar voice, and I thought it was a chronic.
It is a real familiar voice. It's Fat Rich. What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, please. Jeez.
Sunday night, I'm watching Windsor Raceway thinking of you because Brad Kramer goes and wins 23-1 by 6 lengths.
Unbelievable.
6 open lengths, whipping and driving and slashing and pulling away from the field. But anyway.
What was more unbelievable last night was the power of your show to get results for a sponsor. The Monday night spaghetti dinner was down the hall and out the door. I think they served almost 300 meals last night.
All right. Excellent.
And the dining room, the main dining room, the 2-for-1 special was packed. I've never seen so busy for a Monday night.
Outstanding.
Incredible. It's unfortunate.
How did you do? Did you have the 3 over the 178?
No, but Brian Sears fell asleep. I mean, for him to fall asleep, 2 races to get beaten out by Donnie Collins and Donald Dupont.
Here we go. This is the end of the show, George. I
Right,
think I now understand why you're making those sounds.
I will give you my tale of woe. But I made a nice contribution last night.
Well, there you go.
But they were very pleased with the results of your sponsorship there last night.
Excellent.
Dick Feinberg couldn't believe it. So I just want to let you know.
How you feeling? You got your insides all straightened out?
I got everything all straightened out.
Good.
I just got to get my wallet straightened out now for Saturday night. All right, you have a good week.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon, Rich.
Be good.
Say hi to Dick and Steve.
Right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Tom, Dick, and Harry. I told you Pompano Park, they're doing a hell of a job. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, no.
And they really are. They got people coming back now. Their place is packed during the season. We got some good racing. We got some real drivers this year for a change. And things are beautiful at Pompano Park, except Rich had the 3 over the 178 and 9 broken, interfered with the 3. Anyway. 300 people lined up for their free spaghetti dinner, and you want to know why? Because times are bad, boys and girls. Because the Bushmeister, we got Soros, man. That's the problem. We got the Bushmeister. And you know who told me that the country wanted Bush and the markets wanted Bush? Mitch Hirsch. What does that tell you, huh? As soon as Mitch Hirsch speaks, you should each and every one of you go, yeah. Like that. That's right. That's the sound you should make. Yeah. Of course, they'll think it's Greg Reed on the phone. 300 people lined up for a free spaghetti dinner at Pompano Park. Nice going, Neil. Thank you. And see, this business about, when he's in Toronto, this Tom Jicka, seriously, I would like to turn him into the severed head. And throw his head right out the window out here. Seriously, I'd like to throw him right out of the Yonge Street. Of course, I'm not on Yonge Street, but, nevertheless. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd like to use his head as a soccer ball all the way up on the longest street in the world, Yonge Street in Toronto, from one end to the other. Oh, yeah, how's he going to keep in touch? Everybody and their brothers listening to this show, Tom, I hate to break the news to you. The response on our website is so spectacular that even Eric is up there squeezing himself. He can't believe it. And because this show has never been better. Now, in the meantime, those trends, who gives a crap? I don't give a crap if all the right-wingers get the numbers. As a matter of fact, Greg Reed deserves that anyway. He doesn't deserve the big numbers I gave him for 5 years because he doesn't appreciate it in the first place. Because his reward is to try to attack, and act like an overgrown child. That's the reward you get from Greg Reed, is trying to give you another stroke. Ain't gonna happen, Greg. I'm not killing myself for you, sweetheart. You piece of turd. Here's the facts. What am I getting worked up about?
I don't know. It sounded good, though. I
just feel like, I got a little energy back. You don't have any energy after you have a stroke. People say, it was just a TIA, one of the little strokes. There's no such thing as there are all degrees, It's like saying it was just a little heart attack,
Yeah.
Here's the facts. It says New Orleans is my vote for overrated city. You're excellent. Here's the facts, definitive facts. You're right. That was my vote. It is scummy. That's the word, scummy. And unless you're a wino, it's downright boring. Something, whoever sent this, it's unsigned, but whoever sent this, you got your thumb right on it. It's for professional drunks. It's like Key West. Do I drink? No. So what the hell do I want to go to Key West for? I want to see a bunch of fags. I'm here in Toronto. I don't need to go to Key West to see a bunch of fags. Believe me. It says, I was there at Mardi Gras where I had to suffer through mindless drunks clamoring for cheesy, worthless beads as if they were made of gold. Un-effing believable, it says. It's so filthy and depressing with ghettos everywhere. The streets are loaded with potholes and the food is heart attack inducing. I've never seen so many morbidly obese people. If you've never been there, stay away and go to Canada, is what it says. How do you like that, huh? That's exactly what it is. It's a turlet. Freaking New Orleans.
Regresa Canadá, judío bastardo.
Right. Here's Eddie, who says, and I can't debate it because I've never been there, most overrated city, Luxembourg. Says, I must admit that when it comes to Iraq, this is chronic, Eddie, with Iraq, I'm war, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Our very future as a nation stands on this war against terror to include Iraq, Iran, and Korea. Right, and of course don't forget about Libya and Sudan and Kuwait and Saudi Arabia and everybody else, okay? We're gonna take on the whole world.
Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon, let's just,
Sure. Syria. Let's get Syrial, okay? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. On an ass-kicking Tuesday, it's about time South Florida woke up. It's about time somebody came right out of your radio and kicked you people in the ass and woke you up out of your lethargy. I can't help it that nobody speaks English there. I can't help it the politicians are all a bunch of freaking crooks. I can't help it if the average age, the average demographic is death plus 10. There's nothing I can do about it. In fact, I got the hell out of there, which ought to bring the demographic down a little bit. Hey, all you homeowners out there, is there anything worse than venturing out to the backyard for a nice swim, looking into that once beautiful pool and saying, holy crap.
Oh my God.
What the hell happened here? Your pool is stained, it's dirty, maybe it's got cracks in it. Don't look at that ugly mess anymore, just do the right thing. Say no mo ugly pool, no mo, and call our friends at Atlantic Marsite. These guys aren't just pool guys who run a cleaning service out of the back of a crappy old pickup truck. I know guys like that. These are real construction people, a real construction company who use full-time employees, not subcontractors, not illegal aliens. Atlantic Marsite specializes in the most incredible innovation at the pool business, Diamond Bright. Atlantic Marsite's been pouring it on for 12 years. They're licensed and insured professionals. They even train other companies internationally on how to do diamond brighting right. And you get the same price, here comes the best part, that they give to the contractor, so you'll save a lot of cash. They're in North Miami, Broward, and Palm Beach, so call Atlantic Marsite. They're the largest installers of diamond bright anywhere in South Florida. They'll come to you and give you a free estimate. They also perform pool and deck renovations, custom lighting, pool heating, exotic water features, too. For the best, call Atlantic Marsite toll-free, 1-800-558-8883. That's 1-800-558-8883. Diamond Bright. Do it right, because Diamond Bright is a pool's best friend.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Fat Rich reminds me of my mother.
Oh, fat ass Rosie, please go away. Find a new way to attack the buffet. Go home and eat your ho-hos till you explode. Just like your fat, shut-in ladies have to buy 2 seats on a plane. Spinning your fingers that have yellow stain from Cheetos. Can't see your toes. Faster piggy poo nose. Proud to be fat, disgusting, and pasty. Oi! You make the shut-in women smile. They like a gal who's fat and sassy. Big smelly fat, so repulsive and vile. Your body cheese smells like a crapper. After it was occupied by Ed Asner. Need a shoehorn to get into your car, 'cause you're too goddamn wide. Oink and squeal, oink and squeal, oink and squeal, fat lady. Living with your lover, lesbian. Slobbering and snorting the tree between her knees. Mashed potato yeast. Smells fishy to me. Lapping up a tuna that's moist and tasty. Hey!
Watch out for that mashed potato yeast. It'll get you every time. 11:33 at 560 WQAM. The Mad Dog at 1. The Mad Dog who doesn't recognize this show anymore, by the way. What have we done to him?
That's Howard.
Is that what it is? Mo got to him, you think?
Yeah.
You think he's intimidated like so many of the other pussies around?
He said as much.
Must be. Because he just, on my 27th anniversary, and like everybody else, and to answer your question, by the way, Hank did wish me, he was involved. Yes. What is wrong with the Mad Dog?
Howard David's bitch.
That must be it. That must be it. Just, don't stand up for himself anymore. Used to be like a real macho guy from Michigan.
Jim Mandich, I am a pussy.
But not anymore. That's okay, Mad Dog. Like I said, everybody on this station is like an island unto themselves anyway. And our management people, they don't want to do anything about it. You sit down with them and you talk about different things that they can do. They can create a policy that this is the way we do this. And they don't do anything. You can't complain about the policies at QM because there aren't any. There aren't any. That's why I keep telling you, WQAM, we are radio-ish. Any coincidence between this place and a real radio station is purely coincidental, wouldn't you say? Yes.
Oh, we got stuff.
Yeah, we got stuff. 24/7. Yeah. We're on 24/7.
The lights are pretty and colorful.
Yeah. And the corporate disease and events there, man, you can't get that just anywhere. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. Still haven't heard from any of the reasons about Vegas or Amsterdam, why they were overrated. WQAM.
Yeah, Neil, I heard you was looking for me. I'm over here in Boca taking care of some unfinished business.
WQAM. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, Neil. I didn't realize you're going screenless.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm 35 years old, and I am a self-admitted radio junkie. But, I mean, how does a company expect somebody under the age of, say, 40 who doesn't even know that AM radio exists, let alone why would they flip over to AM and just search and trying to find a show they didn't know was there? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely correct, sir.
Right on. You got your thumb on it,
unless
man.
they were a right-wing weenie that was just looking for Rush, how is somebody going to stumble across you?
They wouldn't.
It makes no sense why they got. I don't get it. Enough off the subject. I was watching A&E last night. At least I think it was A&E, and they had this Boys Will Be Girls show. I guess it was about drag queens. You ever seen that?
I didn't see the show, but I saw the promos for it.
Do you find that as bizarre as I do? That's just bizarre, right?
Yeah, I don't have any idea. I don't understand that whole thing with drag shows with, and the amazing thing to me is that there are as many or more straight people that go to see that crap as gay people. I don't get it.
They showed them last night. These guys were coming on to these drag queens. They called them two-beer queers, and I'm like...
Yeah.
And the drag queens were pretty much saying that not only did the guys get liquored up and want to go to bed with them, but they wanted to be the submissive. And I'm like,
oh no.
You're gay.
Nothing like a big strap-on, man. Well, good luck, you pals. Stay out of those joints. Okay. Wow.
Excellent.
Not for me. I've told you that for years. I don't understand any of that stuff about why anybody, straight, gay, undecided, in between, why anybody wants to go see some guy dress up as Liza Minnelli or Judy Garland and Barbara Streisand and Diana Ross. Yeah. It's always one of those. What is that?
It's an enigma.
I don't get it. What's the attraction? What's the appeal?
I
can see a screamer like Freaky Carlos out there in front with his 75 body piercings and his 24
let's go ask
thing
him.
rings.
Hey, Carlos, go get Carlos.
No, let's not. Bitchy. And you know something? He fits in there perfect, man. Leave it to Greg Reed to put a bitchy queen like that out at the reception desk to greet and meet the public. Leave it to Greg. Mr. PR. They left a few letters off there. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. I'm your friendly station, QAM. More radio-ish. WQAM.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil. The poll, I think there's a huge bias in it. The fact that probably most of the people who voted for Miami have probably never been out of Miami.
Why do you say that? Okay, good one. Great. Excellent. I guess I pressed him with a really tough question, huh?
Yeah.
See, it would seem to me just the opposite. If you were never out of Miami, you'd have no barometer to judge anything else by, and you'd say, yeah, that's pretty good.
Right.
So I would assume that the people who said Miami is overrated probably are people who have been elsewhere. See, that would make sense to me, which is why he hung up and ran away, because he said an idiotic thing. The most overrated city in the world is Miami, 106. New Orleans, 63. Paris, 54. New York, 31. L.A., 28. Vegas, 22. Still don't get it. Orlando, 18. Amsterdam, 15. Key West, 8. Tampa, 7. Dallas, 7. Philadelphia, 4. Frisco, 3. And San Diego's got 1 out of all just a couple less than 400 votes. Yeah, that was a really logical call he just made, wasn't it?
No.
No.
Not. I mean, how is it possible that there are so many inarticulate people in the same place? He sounded like a reasonably, under the age of 100, like a guy with an IQ larger than his thumbnail size. And so I'm sitting waiting for him to respond to why he made the comment, and he hangs up and runs away. He hangs up and runs away. 27 years of this, folks. Trying to squeeze blood out of a rock. WQAM.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing? What I just saw on the South Florida highway epitomizes your poll today.
Yeah.
I'm in the passing lane on 826 North, as if life doesn't suck enough as it is. And I'm pulling up to this van, this old van, and just as I'm getting on his bumper to pass him, he starts, slowly edging into my lane. So I jam on the brakes and figure, okay, he didn't see me. Well, he goes back to the middle of his lane again. So I start up again to try to pass him. Just as I get up to his bumper, he starts edging in my lane again. I'm thinking, what the hell is this guy doing? So I jam on the brakes. He goes back to the middle of his lane again. Now I stop on it because I want to get up to the side of him so he can see me. As I flip to the side of him, what's the guy doing? He's reading the comics page on his steering wheel. Not War and Peace, not a map, the comics page.
Yeah, right. Which comic?
Mighty blows.
Thanks for the good news, sir. Okay, good luck to you. Oh, sure, what's wrong with reading a few periodicals and stuff like that while you're driving? 20 till noon at 560 WQAM in the anus of the universe, South Florida, baby. We're doing it. You can smell it. That's what it is. It's that anus juice on the loose.
Ew.
At the little old caboose. Oh, we got a fax from Crazy John the other day. Remember that?
Yes, we did.
Crazy John on Friday, which I didn't get a chance to read until yesterday. Thanks a lot, Crazy John, little old caboose in Deerfield Beach. We love you. And those burgers, boy. In fact, I bet you George and Carlos are just dying for those. Maybe you'll get a whole bunch of food brought in tomorrow for you. Between that and then Wayne Arnold's going to bring us some of them white hots without the skid marks. It's going to be great. Speaking of skid marks, if you got skid marks on your head, or in other words, a big bald spot, you don't want to get anywhere near the mirror. You do that Bela Lugosi thing where you avoid the mirrors if you're going to make it crack. Because, let's face it, bald spots are a ugly thing, man. Nobody of any age wants to have one, especially you guys who aren't over the age of 100 yet, but unfortunately the hair seems to be among the missing. Well, don't call up Robert Stack. Don't call, what's his name, John Walsh. Just call my good buddy Charles Alfieri. He'll find you some hair. He'll get you the best-looking, natural-looking hair you ever thought you'd have again with his natural hairline system. He's got the best technology going, and unlike all the other hair systems that look synthetic, artificial, like a dead animal on your head, the natural hairline system looks like the real thing, like the hair's going out of your scalp. You'll look better and younger than you probably ever thought you could again. That's why Charlie's been doing it right for well over 20 years for the famous, the rich, the infamous, the poverty-stricken, everybody in between, because it's affordable, too. If you mention Neil Rogers when you call, you get a special $200 discount as well, off the regular price. Charlie also services and repairs all kinds of hair systems while you wait for only $25 to $30. And if you got one of them dead muskrats on your head, he'll kill it for you, no charge. Here's the number to call, toll-free, 1-800-321-2413. In fact, wouldn't you love to see him work on Moe's head? 1-800-321-2413, or check them out on the World Wide Wicked Web at charlesalfieri.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. WQAM.
Gordon gives South Florida a major blowjob.
You asshole.
Aye, 'tis a depressing time to be a Wall Street investor. And when most people think of depressing things, they think of Ireland. And don't you know, that's how Smith Blarney was born. Smith Blarney, the investment firm run by drunken Irishmen. At Smith Blarney, we buy high, we sell high, we do everything high. And that's why we don't worry and fret about losing money. Faith and Begorra, why should we? It's your money. Sure. And you're probably asking yourself, why should I trust my money to the likes of the beer swilling menagerie at Smith Blarney? Well, my friend, with the way the damn market's going right now, we sure couldn't do any worse than the teetotaling yahoos over at Dreyfus. And speaking of Yahoo, the stock is still good by us. And remember, friends, when the stock becomes completely worthless, the certificates still make dandy fine cocktail napkins. Remember, friends, when Smith Blarney talks, people listen. Of course, they can't really understand the thing we're saying, because we're slurring our words.
Smith Blarney, the investment house you turn to when the wearing of the green is more important than the making of the green.
I bet you they know Mitch Hirsch. 11:45 at 560 WQAM. So the Inquirer says Jacko victim blames his mom and hasn't talked to her since. Ready for that?
Yeah. You knew that was going to happen.
Jackson's claim that he never molested the 13-year-old boy he paid millions to silence has been blown out of the water by shocking new evidence uncovered by the Inquirer.
Oi!
The boy was so shattered by the scandal, blaming his mother for being molested, that he hasn't spoken to his mom in 10 years, the Inquirer has learned exclusively. And to this day, the now 23-year-old man has been unable to maintain a serious relationship with a woman. In Jackson's recent headline-making TV interview, he once again denied he molested the boy, and previously he insisted that the payoff resulted from extortion by the boy and his father. But a source close to the case, which remains open but inactive, told the Inquirer, if the boy disowned his mother since then and is still not speaking to her, it's very telling. It means that it never was extortion. Months before the child molestation scandal broke, the Inquirer first reported the story of Jackson's bizarre relationship with the boy in our May 25, 1993 issue. We disclosed that Jackson had adopted the boy's mom and her two children, the 13-year-old and his half-sister, age 5, soon after he met them in an L.A. car rental office in May of 1992. The mother was divorced from the boy's father and had remarried.
Over the course of 15 months, Jackson frequently slept alone with the boy in his bedroom at his Neverland Ranch, and he took the 13-year-old, his half-sister and mother on trips to Las Vegas, Florida, and Monaco, where he also slept alone in the same bed with the boy, with the permission of his mother. Ready for this?
Yeah, I heard all that.
The boy's father, a Beverly Hills dentist, eventually reported Jackson to authorities. The Santa Barbara County District Attorney's Office launched a 13-month probe and convened a grand jury to look into the sex abuse charges. When the scandal broke, the Jackson side was saying the boy and his father were making the claim to shake down Jackson for money, said the closed source. They called it an extortion case, but if the boy cut off all contact with his mother, this is very significant. It shows that after all these years, the boy blames his mother for putting him in that situation where he was molested. Get it? You following the bouncing balls?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
No.
There you go. 5670560. We're still waiting to find out why people say that, and you know it's one city that hasn't been mentioned by anybody, and I'm glad.
What's that? Toronto?
No. Oh, no, then that's true. Nobody mentioned that. And why the hell should they? Chicago.
Right.
Chicago's a great city.
Sure was. I mean, I'm sure it still is.
Well, you were there for about 5 minutes. No, I think it still is. I haven't been there in a long time, but I think it's a great city. I mean, as long as you stay out of those areas. But that's true in any big city in the U.S. It's got its places. But Chicago is just a wonderful place. The food is great. You can walk downtown in the Loop. You can do a little loop-de-loop. You stay at the Ritz-Carlton downtown. Pay an arm and a leg.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's mentioned that, but probably now somebody will just out of spite. Miami's running away with it now. The most overrated city in the world, Miami 116, New Orleans 65, Paris 55, and it's small potatoes after that. You're right, nobody mentioned Toronto either, or Montreal,
right,
or Vancouver.
Right.
But I think that guy, even though he was like, he had it backward, the guy that hung up and ran away because he didn't know what the hell he was talking about, I think he did have one point, and that is that we got so many parochial people who've never been anywhere, that what are they going to say, you know?
Right. It's great.
I think maybe that's what he meant, but he got all panicky and ran away because he was scared.
So you scare people.
WQAM.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Neil. That you.
It's me.
Happy anniversary. Hey, listen, Pompano Park, you guys were talking about it last week, and the guy from Pompano Park called in and said he was going to whip the horses to a 7-2 daily double.
Yeah.
I went there on Friday, bet the 7-2 box, went there, and also picked up a ticket for Saturday, 7-2 box. Guess what? Didn't come in either day.
Damn it.
But my birthday is 8-2. On Friday night, 8-2 hit.
All right.
Yes, sir. So I got to thank Neil God for that.
There you go.
Happy anniversary.
Okay, thanks a lot, pal. Whatever he just said. That was even more terminal than Rich's call. Well, Rich's call was interesting because you talked about the spaghetti dinner and all the yentas that showed up for the free spaghetti. Nice going, boys. Huh? I still got it. In spite of what Mr. Ego would tell you with his real old yentas. Oh, brother.
I wonder if Brian Craig's up there at the track with Nick Lawrence and Brian Craig and Steve and Brian Craig and Nick Lawrence and Nick and Craig and Brian.
Oh, man. God. What a sorry-ass little entourage that is. 5670560, pound 560 on it. You know, we'll get all the way to 1 o'clock and we'll have one person call in and explain why they said that Amsterdam or Vegas or any of these others, but those two in particular, why they're overrated, the most overrated. I'm curious yellow.
Right. I mean, even if you're a schlepper like me, you have a great time in Vegas because everything's so cheap, if not free.
Right. WQAM.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Just got a question. About whatever you guys are talking about. The little sound, the guy saying, yeah, is that on your site at all?
I don't know. Is it on our website?
I didn't send it up there. I didn't think anybody'd be interested in that. It's
it's the Greg Reed sound.
Yeah.
It's that one.
Is that on the site? I gotta have it.
Just turn on Teletubbies.
If you want it on there, we'll put it on there.
Please put it on there.
Okay.
Stay in business. Love you.
Okay. See, there you go. You want it? Yeah. We'll get it on there. You got it?
It's Tinky Winky.
In addition to which, we ought to be having a lot more pictures on that damn website. I'm really disappointed that Carlos let George has let us down. Because George is the one with the camera, with that highfalutin digital camera.
Somebody else I know has a highfalutin digital camera. They should have taken it to Toronto with them.
And what would I have done with that?
Take pictures of your studio, the view out your window, your feet. Because that's what because we have no idea what your life looks like up there.
What do you mean what my life looks like? Well, what does that mean?
The apartment.
Yeah, ask Fat Julio.
Hey.
He'll tell you. He's been in here.
Well, let's get
He'll
him
even
on the
tell you
air.
about
He can describe
the
it.
alley, about the shortcut that he discovered.
Right, you're talking about pictures. Walk around with your little digicam and snap some.
I'm talking about pictures of people, not of windows and the sunshine and the clouds. I'm talking about the people that we talk about on this show every day.
We have
That's
those.
what the public. Don't be making a cop out. And once again,
I'm not
as
copping
usual,
out. The
trying to lay
pictures
down
are on
my
there.
fat old slumpy shoulders.
The people you're talking about are on there.
The Beast is on there.
Yeah, I gave pictures of the Beast. All of that.
How about the sales department? Are they all that Screw Ann on there?
No, not Screw Ann.
That sloppy ass old bag, is she on there? How about the water Nazi? We got that bitch on there with her OJ posters, huh? And her shillelagh? No. There's a whole lot of people that need to be on there. I noticed you got the picture of Greg with his finger stuck down where his brain used to be. I noticed that one's kind of good.
Yeah.
He got that Schmidt-eating look on his... In fact, you know the sound that he's making? That's the sound he's making when you look at that picture like that. Right in between saying, oh my God, it's a lawsuit.
We got
I still can't get over. You know something? I'm squeezing myself right now. I actually reached down and squeezed myself. I'm so excited for Norm Kent, pulling one over on them finally after all this time, after them treating us like crap and lying to us and not returning people's phone calls and not paying people their money and lying about that. Back in November when we had that now infamous meeting about you know what. Back then, here's Alan Fertel, their Jew lawyer, sitting on the other side of the table. Oh no, I got your invoice right here and you're going to get paid this week. That was in November. It's the 4th of March. And the man has to threaten to file a lawsuit to get paid monies that they agree that they owe him, but they'll pay him when they get around to it. And then in a fit of pique, our fearless leader says, you're never going to get another effing penny out of me. Slam! You know, like that. And then Norma hears that sound. Yeah, just like that sound. The one that Duff is going to hear if he ever calls here again. I mean, I don't want to seem unfriendly with Muff or with those people. I just don't want to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. You follow what I'm saying?
No.
I don't want to be bothered with small talk from that place because that's one of the reasons that I'm not there. That's one of the main reasons. In fact, I was going to come back in April for a full week and do some shows from down there and, you know, take care of some business in the house and, do taxes and stuff. I don't even know if I want to do that now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Because it's too stressful being there. Didn't I just get through having a stroke being there for those 7 weeks?
And you get fat. Sure.
And well, why do you think I had the stroke? Sitting around on my ass? Eating and eating and eating and eating and eating at Neil's kitchen there, which is supposed to be a talk studio. There's no food in here, I'll tell you. There's not a goddamn drop of food in this place.
Not even
except in my kitchen,
brittle?
which is... Huh?
Not even almond brittle?
No crap. I gotta get serious now. See, that's another problem is that nobody takes it serious. Man just had a stroke. Well, let's go eat. Let's go out to dinner. No. See, I thank Rimmer for that, although it's really because it was cold. It was so cold yesterday, nobody wanted to leave wherever the hell they were, so he didn't want to leave his hotel. So I got lucky. Not only didn't I have to buy him any more free meals, but also I didn't have to eat any food I didn't want. Can't afford to do it anymore, okay? Can't, cause the next one's gonna be the last one, okay? And then you're gonna be having a show there, and it's gonna be yours for about a week until they figure what else to put on, like Joe Zagacki for 4 hours.
Right. It's the Clarence and John Wiener show, I understand.
Yeah, the Clarence and John Wiener show. That sounds like a real wiener to me, huh? Speaking of Wayne Arnold and his wieners. God. What am I getting all worked up about?
I don't know.
I enjoy it though. And I'm glad that I can. I actually can get a little worked up. See, I'd rather get worked up about the show and doing a more interesting and exciting show as opposed to getting worked up about stuff like on the phone on Friday, stuff that I don't even know what the hell they're talking about. And I'm saying, hey guys, I want to get in the middle of all of this because I don't know what you're dealing with. Call up Norma Kent, call up this one, do something else, and I don't want to have another stroke for you guys. And my blood pressure is going through the roof because the phone is ringing and back, and all this other crap. We are dealing with crazy people there, just in case you hadn't noticed, okay, you two? Just in case you missed that.
Oh, okay.
Just in case Carlos hasn't caught on yet, you are working with crazy people, a whole bunch of them, including the closer you get to the top, the crazier they are. You follow what I'm saying? Right, that's exactly what they're saying. Crazy people, delusional, paranoid, psychotic. At QAM, don't forget, we're radio-ish. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's another reason we're not really like a real radio station. Did we get a call about Vegas, why they don't like it?
No.
WQAM.
Smooth jazz.
All right. Love 94. 93.9 on your FM dial.
Coming up next, Chick Corea.
Coming up next, Mel Torme, the Easy Sound.
By North Korea.
WQAM.
Neil.
Yes.
I have a statistic for you. I recently heard it on TV. we're not world travelers here in the U.S. Only like 10% of the population has a passport, and only 4% use these passports. So that's a stat people ought to think about. And then to top it off, most people don't read. So how informed are we? Not too informed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of parochial, I think, is the word you're looking for.
Parochial, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Love you.
Maybe that's how we got a leader like that, like that.
You think?
And the scary part is they like him. 11:56, 4 minutes till noon at 560 WQAM, our big noon to 1 hour. And then, of course, tomorrow being Wednesday, our noon to 1 hour is the Neil Comedy Bits hour, right?
Oh, man. Can't wait.
And I'm going to be talking 3 times as fast tomorrow. I'm going to get a lot of material in. I am.
Okay.
Like Motormouth again. Hey, let me tell you right now about something you ought to stick in your mouth. No, not that. I'm talking about great food from Flores Pizza. It is sensational. Everything is fresh, and you'll taste the difference. Nothing comes out of a can. You can tell that by the just-made fresh taste from the sauce to the freshly made pizza dough and the fresh-baked garlic rolls, because everything is baked right there on the premises at Flores. It's a South Florida institution. While just about everything else in town has gone into the tank in the last many, many years, Flores is still going strong. In fact, they got new owners, but the great old taste is back. Everybody tells me that, and we know because in January, remember the great free meal they brought by?
Sure do, veal.
And they use more cheese and meats on their pies than anybody else in town. You'll be walking around with a big smile on your face and a big bunch of oozing melted cheese all around your waistline. Don't take my word for it. Find out for yourself. Go to 731 Northeast 79th Street right off Biscayne Boulevard, preferably in the daytime, or call Flores for delivery at 305-758-5351. That's 305-758-5351. They'll deliver from 34th and Biscayne all the way to 135th and Biscayne. They'll go to Quayside, the cricket club, the jockey club where Hank used to live, didn't he? Flores even delivers as far west as 12th Avenue and east of Collins and 71st. Give them a call. If you're nice to little Judy, she'll tell you about the great pizza specials, like the $13.99 for a large cheese pie, liter of soda, and 6 delicious chicken wing special. Call Flores anytime and tell them that fat old Neil told you to call. Like I said, a South Florida landmark that's still going strong. 305-758-5351. 305-758-5351.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Oh, how a David it is. The only thing funnier than rape is that pipe smoker's 12 to 1 hour.
Don't like all the heartburn. Every time I see that retarded dimwit on my TV. He's President Dumb, Republicans muscled in, an inarticulate idiot. I don't know why they would want this guy, but now he's here. We're screwed the next 4 years with President Dumb. Get who we all voted for. Why did you want this? Lips drumming, stupid key. Mindless, drunk, and rich kid. He's even dumber than me. He's President Dumb. You don't care what it took. You got him in by hook or crook. The Christian right knows what's best for you and I, but have no fear. We've got a great leader here with President Dumb. President Dumb.
1203 at 560. This fax you just sent me is astonishing and is shocking in its infinite stupidity. It says, regarding the Inquirer Michael Jackson story, I'm not a Michael Jackson supporter, but just because the allegedly molested boy is estranged from his mother doesn't mean it's because he was actually molested. Who knows what has happened since they cashed in? There are millions of reasons why he wouldn't talk to his mother anymore. Besides, why did the boy who was 13 years old at the time, old enough to make his own decisions, continue to sleep in Michael's bed for months if he had a problem with it? Doesn't this sound like
that sounds like a
priest all over again?
Yeah.
Let's blame the victims. Why did they keep coming back, huh?
Just because he was starstruck and the guy was lavishing gifts upon him. And,
right,
you know,
and because
right.
Mommy wanted the cash and because she put him in that position, that's why. God, this guy obviously knows a lot about child molestation, huh? As in nothing.
Thank you, Father.
Because they know not what they do. 567, look at that phone, man. We're trying to get some answers here on why they voted this way in the poll today. Nothing now. Nothing. Zero. Zippity-doo-dah on the Screamless Tuesday. God. The most overrated city in the world is Miami 119. New Orleans 69, Paris 61, New York 37, LA 34, Vegas 27. Nobody will tell us why. Maybe they can't afford a phone anymore. Key West 24, Orlando 22, Amsterdam 17. Nobody will tell us why. Tampa 10. Now, first of all, why would you say? I don't even know why I put it on there when it came right down to except that one fax from the guy from Tampa. Does anybody say Tampa's a great place? No. Have you ever heard anybody say, "Wow, boy, I sure would like to go to Tampa for a couple of weeks"? No. Dallas 9, Philadelphia 5, Frisco 3, San Diego 2, and Luxembourg doesn't have any. Why did we put Luxembourg on there?
Oh, just 'cause that guy faxed it.
So in other words, just 'cause somebody faxes something, we'll put it on there? Luxembourg? How many people in this audience, in the whole audience, do you think have been to Luxembourg any time in their life?
None.
Maybe. Maybe they loved it. WQAM Luxembourg line, hello.
What is a Jeff Rimmer?
WQAM.
Yeah, what's up?
Yes, sir.
How about the Bahamas, the most overrated place in the world?
The Bahamas is a city?
Well, Nassau.
Nassau would be good. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Those ungrateful people over there. And
excellent choice.
I'm dying over here.
I'm with you, pal.
Yeah, man.
Nassau. He's right. Nassau, Bahamas.
Going on there.
Nassau, Bahamas. Make sure they know because they wouldn't know Nassau from. They'll think we're talking about Long Island. They don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line, rolling along singing a song. I'm going to just try to put that other stuff out of my mind, what's left of it. That activity that took place on Friday between the phone calls and the psychotic episodes and Greg Reed going off the deep end like a little child who forgot to put on his Depends. Very sad, Greg. Very tragic. If you can't make life pleasant for other people, make it as miserable for everybody as you possibly can. We ought to have an award for him on that because he's doing a magnificent job. WQAM.
Another poll show. This is
yeah, you got it. WQAM. WQAM.
Yeah.
By the way, the guy with that, too late. The guy with that faceless voice, he's the same one as the other calls.
Right.
I didn't realize that up until this moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Mr. Negative. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Till this moment, I thought it was Barzini all along. WQAM.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Neil?
Okay.
You know what? I think this time the poll is like right on the money how it's coming out because Miami's like an easy target, but when you think about it, it really is such an overrated city because they talk about South Beach and that it's got the great Latin community, and it's all a bunch of
yeah, you know what it reminds me of when they put Whammy on the air? Remember in the beginning when they put the TV station on the air?
Yeah.
And they thought, we're going to appeal to the really hip crowd. We're going to do all the shows from South Beach, and it's going to have that flavor to it. And, of course, that went over like a pregnant pole vault around a hot day in July in hell.
There's nothing. There's a couple of clubs, but it's like...
Right. There's about 10 blocks down there on Collins Avenue and Washington Avenue and South Beach and the A1A, and that's it.
It's a toilet. The whole city's basically a toilet, and it really is. They're right on the money with that. I mean, it's an easy target, like I said. And I right down the board because New Orleans, I've been to New Orleans, and I think it's also a very overrated place as well. Because you have some good restaurants, some place to eat, but there's not much there. You have the French Quarter, but there's not much going on there. In France, I've never been to Paris, but I can't stand the French, so I got to go.
Don't go, man. That's the biggest problem with Paris. Too many Frenchmen.
Yeah. All right, I just wanted to put my 2 cents in.
Okay, amigo, thanks. He's right. South Beach is a few blocks down there on the ocean, and that's it. What else is the claim to fame? Boca? Huh? Coconut Grove? what is it? Medley? Sweetwater? What do we got? Plantation Acres? Is that the big attraction?
There you
the
go.
Sawgrass Mills Outlet Mall? Where they have all those people schlepping. Let me tell you right now, when the second biggest tourist attraction in the state of Florida next to Disney World is the Sawgrass Mall, then I know we got some real problems in the state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doesn't that tell you something wrong?
All
Can
you
you
need to
tell me what's out there at the Sawgrass besides a lot of Brazilians? What is it?
A long walk from your parking spot.
No, but seriously, what is the magnet? You know, when you go to a shopping mall, there's usually like, you know, a Burdines, a Macy's. There's a magnet. There's something that draws people there. That's a really great store. That's really unique. A sharper image. A something, right?
Right.
What is it? Must be the J.C. Penney outlet mall. Yeah, that must be it. That store. Huh? Wow. What a clientele they got. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. WQAM. WQAM.
Neil, God.
Yes, sir. Speaking.
Well, I just want to say, hey, thanks for taking my call. I love saying that. Just love saying that. And I love
okay, good.
Neil.
WQAM.
Neil, can I ask you a question?
No.
Who is, hello?
No question. We're asking a question today, sir. Instead of these people, this has been going on for about 2 weeks now. I got a couple of questions for you. We're asking a question, okay?
Okay, who is Uncle Chicken Wax?
Yeah, exactly. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. WQAM.
Yes, good afternoon, Neil.
Good afternoon, sir.
I want to tell you why I consider Vegas to be overrated.
Okay, excellent.
It's always been known as Sin City. And to me, basically, the sex trade in Vegas is rife with just rip-offs, scams, just a very disappointing scene as far as that end of the business goes.
The sex trade in Vegas?
Yeah, as far as the strip clubs, the
whores.
The whores,
hookers.
Definitely,
right.
You know, all of that stuff, all of these things.
Okay.
And that's why I consider it to be overrated. Just a very expensive place to go, a place to lose a lot of money, a lot of hype, a lot of glitz. Nothing's real. It's just a hole in the desert.
Okay, I'll buy that.
Much better sex, fun in the sun down here.
Much better sex in South Florida than in Vegas.
Absolutely.
And much better than in Amsterdam than both of them put together.
Not Amsterdam. And for that, I go to Rio.
Okay.
Thank you.
See ya. Okay, not Amsterdam. Well, what does that mean, not Amsterdam? Is he
in other words,
talking about
the sex trade in Amsterdam is good, according to him.
I beg your pardon?
That's what
Would
I
somebody
think from
please
that.
interpret for me now? I need an interpreter.
As in not overrated.
Oh, I see. I don't know what he's talking about. You know, all over the place. But I see what he's saying. If you're looking to get laid in Vegas, I mean, you know, Hank ain't looking to get laid when he goes out there. He just wants to plunge his guts out. Isn't that true? Yeah. Not looking for a bunch of great hookers out there. He can get all the hookers he wants right there in South Florida. Amsterdam, baby, the red light district. And if you go to the right one, there are all different parts of it. If you go to the right one where they got the beautiful white chicks, I don't want to start racist or anything like that, but, wow. Woo! Heavy duty. I'm just telling you that because someday maybe you'll fall into, you know, you'll find a bunch of money on a street corner somewhere.
Maybe.
Probably not. 12 minutes past noon at 560, or maybe even less likely than that, your good close personal friend Al Goldstein will get you a plane ticket for you and your whole family and send you over there. You can use his apartment.
Right.
And have a great time. The apartment's like right in the middle of the red light district, Al's joint.
Yeah.
Let me tell you right now about the Beast. I'm still waiting to hear the Beast. The reason I'm pausing here is it's Balance for Life is back again, and I don't know what to talk about because, I mean, I know to talk about their great... No, seriously. Are we going to get any word on him, or am I just going to, as usual, get left hanging here again?
How many messages do you want me to leave for him?
Well, I'm not talking about leaving for him. Doesn't anybody... Do we have Clarence around, Mr. Sports? Well, what are you laughing about? Nobody knows what happened to this guy, to this chubby little... I mean, he's not the kind of guy who could disappear easy, you know? It's not like looking for Osama Yamama. This guy, if he disappeared, people would notice.
Maybe he's hiding behind a lamppost.
Oh. Well, he lost over 50 pounds last count and then he just disappeared. Maybe he lost so much weight he just, we can't even see him anymore. That could be it. How do you do it? On Balance for Life. And now it's your turn. No cooking, no shopping, no cleaning, no worries, no calorie counting, no carb counting, no nothing counting. The only work you have to do is fill out that little menu every week, choose between 2 alternatives for each meal every day you're on the program, and Balance for Life does all the cooking and all of the figuring based on the zone diet just for you. They bring you a little black sack by 6 o'clock in the morning to your house, to your work, and in your sack is all the food you need for the entire day. 3 gourmet meals, 2 delicious snacks, and believe you me when I tell you the food is delicious, it's fresh, nothing frozen, nothing pre-fad, nothing with a bunch of chemicals in there, fresh, delicious food to keep you full all day long. And the weight will pour off your body, just like it was doing on the Beast until he got so thin he vanished into thin air. Let Balance for Life help you lose that weight once and for all and get into some good health too. Call 954-568-3229. 954-568-3229, or check them out on the Wicked World Wide Web if you like at balanceforlife.com.
Hyper-local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
You got out WQAM, where the faggot is.
Now, here's why Baltimore Ravens linebacker Ray Lewis isn't going to Disney World. And action!
Give it a bubba to Disney World.
I'm sorry, Ray, you gotta do that again.
Give it a bubba to Disney World.
Ray?
What?
You know the line, right, Ray?
Give it to Disney World.
I'm going to Disney World.
What's that? I'm going to Disney World.
All right, here we go, no problem. And action!
Give it to Disney World.
Ray, what the heck is wrong with you?
Hey, don't piss me off.
What?
Hey.
What?
Hey.
Oh, God! Oh, God!
I give it to Disney World.
Oh, God, Ray! You stabbed me! Ray, let's just do it one more time, Ray. Oh, God, no, I meant the line, dude. Oh, God. Where's Trent Dilfer?
12:17 at 560 WQAM. Happy Tuesday to you. Teen suspended over Twin Towers t-shirt. More and more of this crap going on in America every single day. More censorship, more kids being sent home because they're not politically correct. They might upset somebody. They might offend somebody. Might piss somebody off. An 8th grader has been suspended from school for wearing a t-shirt with a drawing of 2 towers, an airplane, and a man in traditional Arab headdress in Chicago Ridge, Illinois. Officials at Finley Junior High School in Chicago Ridge, a suburb west of Chicago, told Ian Itani's mother in a letter that the 14-year-old's decision to wear the t-shirt could be taken as a promotion of terrorism. Colleen Itani said her son, whose father is of Lebanese descent, was simply trying to send a message that all Arabs are not responsible for the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Ian Itani was suspended February 19. Superintendent Bernard Jumbeck declined to comment, citing student privacy policies. The boy got the idea after listening to jeers from his classmates following the attacks, Colleen Itani said. He used a black marker to draw 2 skyscrapers and an airplane on the front of the shirt and a bearded man wearing a headdress on the back. Everywhere I go, people call us camels because of what happened, Ian said, so I put the drawing on my shirt to tell them who did it and to say that me and my Arab friends didn't do it. Doesn't he mean camel jockeys?
I think, but you know.
He said everywhere he goes, they're smoking camels. The Itani say they're considering suing the school for violating the boys' right to free speech, and I say, you go, guys, okay? Everything's got to be just so, and we don't want to offend this one, and we don't want to offend that one. I'm sick of it, man. Just like the stuff that we can't play on the air here because it offends this one. It's a bunch of bullcrap, okay? Everybody's a freaking coward now. Everybody just cowers in the broom closet because they're afraid somebody's going to come after them because it's not politically correct. That's what I say to that. Don't you? Right. Amen. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. I think that guy had a point on Vegas, you know? A little on the chintzy side.
Well, I'll have to take his word for it. I don't know how much the hookers are in Vegas.
I'm not just talking about that, but it's gaudy.
Right, but that's part of the charm, I thought.
It's a lot of fun. I like it. I'm not going to go back anytime soon because it's too damn far away. But it's fun.
It's intentionally gaudy.
Yeah.
That's camp.
He can't get laid there is what he's trying to say. Well, and as far as the locals out there are concerned, I mean, if you go there at a time, which maybe now because of what's going on in the world.
Right.
But ordinarily, any time you go there anymore, it's just packed with tourists. But if you go there and just the locals are there, I mean, talk about a bunch of mugwumps, you might as well be almost in Nashville. You might as well be in Tampa. 56705, it's like Amsterdam, same thing, like when I was there in December. Almost no tourists, all the locals, all the Rasta drug people. Man. Ooh, the aroma would just knock you right on your ass. WQAM?
Yeah, hi.
Yes, sir.
I want to go back to the 90s. I tell you, these are nervous times. I think your job to, let me turn this down.
Yeah, turn it down.
Your job to entertain is getting increasingly more difficult.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, times seem precarious at best, and here you're doing an entertainment show, and I know you want to stay away from current events and so forth. But
let me ask you this: what is there to stay? I mean, they can go on our website and read all the articles that I think that they ought to read. But as far as rehashing it on the air, what is there to say?
I just took a look at the Newsweek, the front cover. Have you seen it?
About Bush and God?
There's two articles. One by Feynman, How Faith Changed His Life and Shapes His Presidency, and the second one's by Martin Marnie, Why His God Talk Worries Friends and Foes.
Right.
And which I haven't read yet, but I'm going to as soon as I get off the phone.
Right.
But he's there, clutching his hands, and his eyes are, shut.
Yeah, it's
firmly.
very scary. I agree with you. But what am I going to say or do to change that?
I know.
If I can give people a few laughs, I'm doing a tremendous service at this stage of the game.
I mean, you're talking about ratings. I mean, one possible explanation is that people are more worried, and it's almost harder in a way to tune in. I mean, I frankly used to laugh, I think, more at your show than I perhaps do today, and not because of anything you're doing or not doing.
So in other words, what you're saying is if I wanted to sit here and pontificate every day, we'd have big ratings? Because let me tell you right now, I don't do shows to get ratings. I do whatever the best show is I can that I think people want to listen to at a given time.
You're a lifesaver down here, don't get me wrong. I mean...
Well, so you're putting me in a catch-22. I mean, if I don't do this, I'm not doing the right thing.
I think you should just continue doing what you're doing. It's worked all these years. And just throw in a few articles like you were saying occasionally, But I think it's great. I listen all the time.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Throw me a life raft, please.
Here you go.
I mean, you talk about, he was a good guy. He listens all the time. That's nice. But what did he just say?
I don't know.
What did he just get through telling me? Maybe the reason the ratings are down, maybe did it dawn on you the reason the ratings are down is because all the right-wingers got the diaries in the last two trends? I'm not worried about the ratings.
Like the one that called and admitted it?
Right, like the one that called and told us that he punished me in the month of December because he got diaries, but he wouldn't put me down because he doesn't agree with my politics. I'm not going to sit here and pander to anybody to try to get ratings. In addition to which, if we get a 3 share for the next 3.5 years, whatever I got left, that's what Greg Reed deserves anyway. He doesn't deserve a big audience. What has he done to build it? Like the guy said in the last hour. How does anybody discover this show on this radio station?
Magic.
That promotes itself as all sports anyway. WQAM, we got balls. Well, that would be cute if it had something to do with the hosts.
See, balls, you just said it. They use their crystal ball to find you.
No, I'm serious. That way, if it had something to do with not just the ball games, but it had something to do with the host and what we say on this station and what we do that makes it so different from all the other goddamn pablum stations, from all the prefabricated stations with their piped and syndicated crap. But he doesn't want to do that. Let's face it. He's resisted doing that. He's lied about I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. He never does it. And then when I say, well, where are the other billboards? Where are they going to be? Where can people look for them? I get no response. It's just like my asking about the beast. They just leave you hanging. So whatever we get, that's it. I'm not going to worry about it. We had 75 million people at Pompano Park last night for a free spaghetti dinner that was promoted only through this show, basically. And the reason being because they all heard it about on the Neil Rogers show. That's why. We got a log full of spots here. The money is coming in hand over fist. Why? Not whether we had a 5-1 or a 10-1 or a 45-1 or a 0.1. Doesn't make any difference because they know everybody's listening. And because they get response, not because they think I look lovely or because they like George's personality, but because they know they're going to get response. They move Schmidt off the shelf. That's what it's all about. But boy, you talk about, and he is right on one point, and that is it's hard to find a happy medium. Because like I told you, the 7 months that I sat here doing the bedtime stories, I felt I was accomplishing something. And I'm stupid. I wasn't accomplishing anything except for myself. And maybe a couple of you that wanted to suck around,
Stupid.
Yeah. That's what I was being. Nobody wants to hear some old fart, reading on the air.
I do.
Well, yeah, you do. Well, how many diaries you got? None. So on the one hand, it's, I'm not going to specifically say, well, I'm going to talk about this today. It'll get great ratings. But in terms of the way you do the show, in addition to which, the reason I started doing that, which some people in the building forget, I don't want to mention no names, Duff and Clarence. The reason I started doing that is because when they put us on from 9 to 1, do you remember the tremendous difficulty we had in generating anything at 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
It's the dead hour. It's the worst hour of the day, and traditionally it has been. Everybody is involved. They're immersed in listening to whatever other show they want, which certainly ain't the Momeister. They're listening to wherever, especially for entertainment. That's why he'd be better off to have a sports hour between 9 and 10. To counter the other entertainment shows. The sports nerds, they'll listen.
And so once it became almost impossible moving the time around, and especially with no promotion on it, I just decided, hey, I'm not going to sit here and talk to a bunch of cranks all day, every day, because we can't get any momentum going. We can't get any structure going on this show. And so I wound up reading bedtime stories 4 hours a day. I might as well have been reading to Tiny, and look what happened to him. See what I'm saying? It was a killer. So I'm just doing, like I said, like he said, whatever the hell he said, the best I can, trying to mix it up a little bit, give people a few yucks, and that's it. And like I said, Greg, if we get a 5 share or a 50 share or a 0.5, whatever, a case sirrah. Because the other guy was absolutely correct, and Clarence is sitting there, well, gee, the demographics are getting older. I still have to laugh at that. That thing we did over the weekend, that was very revealing. Did you see like 3% of our audience has discovered us in the last 6 months to a year? 3%!
Mm-hmm.
How are they supposed to find out about it? Is a little bird going to come? We're sending out carrier pigeons with a message to their window saying, God, we got something really different and exciting and fun on the air that you won't find anyplace else. No, we're not doing that. But we got a billboard on Pembroke Road 95 somewhere, which about once every 15 seconds shows my puss on there, and if you look real quick, you'll see it before it changes into something else. So look in the mirror, okay? Look in the mirror, you clowns there at QAM. And don't call me, I'll call you. 1227 at 560 WQAM if you're still reluctant about ordering a bed over the phone. Don't be. Over 1 million people, including me, have bought a mattress over the phone from Dollar Mattress, plus hundreds more people are doing it every week. You ought to know about Dollar Mattress now. We've been talking about them on the show for many years, and nothing has a bigger impact on your life every single day than the way you sleep at night. Call 1-800-MATTRES right now. You'll have a great night's sleep from Dollar Mattress. Easiest thing in the world. One easy call. You just sit there on your ass and they'll be knocking on your door when it's convenient for you. 1-800-MATTRESS. They carry Sealy, Serta, Simmons King Coil, every size, every style. They're all in stock ready for nearly immediate delivery. No bait and swish. You get exactly the one you're looking for. Dollar Mattress is ranked #1 in customer satisfaction. They've got more repeat and referral customers than anybody else because they know how to treat their customers right. And once you buy a mattress from Dollar Mattress, you'll never go back to a showroom again. And don't forget, when you do buy one from Dollar Mattress, they set up the brand new one and take away the crappy old bedding for free. That's right, Dollar Mattress sets up the new and takes away the crappy old bedding for free. So make the call now to Dollar Mattress. Enjoy a great night's sleep tonight and for months and years to come. 1-800-MATTRES. That's 1-800-MATTRESS for Dollar Mattress. The easiest, the smartest, the most inexpensive way to buy you a great name brand mattress.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you're listening to the Hockey Authority, Neil God.
Well, I guess it would be nicer if I could sleep with anyone, make love to almost anyone, 'cause it's been so long. Yeah, I've only done it twice, since the year 1992. But there was Andrew Ridgely too. I couldn't help myself, he looked so good. After all that vermouth with Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise, both I'd gladly would sexually misbehave. Oh, but I heard them both say George Michael's gone mad. We would never make it with that guy unless, of course, he shaved. Yeah, I wanna have sex, I got to have sex, Yeah, I got to have sex, I got to have sex.
Okay. 12:33, and talk about enough to make you cry. So I'm checking my emails before the last break.
Yes.
Or during it, or after it, or sometime in around it.
Yes.
There's an email from Lynn Samuels who tells me that she just got through listening to the new George Michael record and it almost made her cry. And she's got where you could download it, and she said maybe George could download it and we could play it on the air.
You're so joking, right?
No.
Come on.
And when I read her email, you know what it made me almost do?
Cry?
Yes.
But seriously.
Yes. I'm not making that up.
No, I mean, I don't believe it.
I don't know what would make me cry easier. Reading that message or hearing about Rosie O'Donnell being on with Phil Donahue.
Or hearing about the Beast.
Or hearing about the Beast disappearing. Why, did you get some information?
We heard from him, and he spoke to Carlos, so take it away, Carlos.
Yeah, he called in, and he says he's sick. Had a very horrible voice on. I don't know if it was a fake voice, but...
Probably.
Yeah. He says he was very sick. He left a message somewhere. He's unsure why we did not receive that message. But he's been under the weather and he apologizes.
He's been under the weather for how long?
He didn't say, I guess.
He didn't say. He said he's been in bed for the last while.
I just checked my voicemail. There's no
With
message from him.
Yeah, sounds very suspect to me. I guarantee you, when that pudwhacker comes waddling back in there next time and hops on that scale, it's going to go tilt. You mark my words. He was probably on another cruise with Mommy and Daddy, or he was out there schmoozing with the hurricane with somebody. Whatever. You'll see. He's not fooling this kid. Maybe he's fooling you guys, not fooling me. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. So anyway, I'm wiping the tears from my eyes about George Michael.
Oh.
No, I can't handle it anymore. I just can't take it. I can't stand it. I just cannot stand it. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you
it's
get
surreal.
my drift?
I really thought you were just kidding.
I was not making that up. I wasn't joking. I was not joking. Anyway, I pulled it. I'm going to try to... Listen, next time I start in about Greg Reed or Duff Lindsay or about the billboard, just tell me to cut the crap, okay? Because I get myself aggravated. I'm legitimately very upset over what went on here on Friday in this place, in my apartment here on the phone, and the behavior of the people down there who just have no respect for human life or anything. Everything is a big joke. Everything is a game. This is a job. This isn't my life. This is a means to an end. That's what it is. If this was my life, I would jump out the window right now. I guarantee you that. This is my life, sitting here reading emails about George Michael's new song is so powerful that it almost made Lynn cry. That, like I said, it's enough to make me weep for hours. Yeah. I don't give a flying crap about Miss Michael, okay, or any other damn screaming queen. The most overrated city in the world is Miami, 131, New Orleans, 77, Paris, 66, Key West, 54, New York, 43, LA, 42, Vegas, 29, for the reasons that guy said he can't get laid there, Orlando, 26, Amsterdam, 19, Tampa, 12, Dallas, 10, Philadelphia, 10, San Francisco, 4. Nassau, the Bahamas got 4 already. We just put that on there, got 4. People are tired of getting treated like crap. San Diego, 3, and then it's it just skipped. Where is it? Oh, where the hell did Aspen, Colorado come from?
Oh, that was mine. I didn't know I had put it on the list already. I meant to bring that up.
Well, what do you mean it was yours? Who the hell said you had a choice on here, you little putz? That was yours? Aspen, Colorado is highly overrated?
Yeah,
and based on where else have you been? Besides those places, Steamboat Springs, Steamboat Willie.
Springs, Vail, Copper Mountain. Man, I've been skiing to quite a few places.
Steamboat Willie.
Eisner?
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it's just more expensive than the other places, and everybody gets to walk around with their expensive fur coats.
Okay, well, we'll leave that on there for your amusement. And Luxembourg doesn't have any, which it doesn't belong on there in the first place, but, you know.
Whatever.
Let him look it up on the map. Look with a big magnifying glass, because Luxembourg's about as big as most people's living room. 5670560, pound 560 on it. You're going to love that new George Michael single, boy. It's really powerful. It'll bring tears to your eyes.
I'm going to download it so we can play it on the show.
No. WQAM.
Yes, hi. This is Jackie Weissman. We got disconnected earlier about your rental on Sunset.
What are you talking about? This is a radio station.
Oh, 5670560?
Right. This is WQAM. This is the Neil Rogers Show. Do you know who I am?
I sure do.
Then why? I don't understand.
I don't know. Somebody gave me the wrong number. Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
About my rental. Or did she say something about Yentl? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Oh my God, this has been pretty interesting, I'll say that. It sure hasn't been boring today.
It's been really a day.
Speaking of the Dolphins, our Dave Joseph talked to Yentl Green.
Yeah, Yentl Green. Woo! What a place. If you haven't been to Miami, folks, if you're listening on the internet in Ashtabula, Ohio, or somewhere like that, in Lima, Ohio, you gotta come down just for a few yucks. WQAM. Nobody there. What a shame. WQAM.
Yeah, this is Frankie. I'm calling in Los Angeles.
You're calling from where?
Los Angeles.
Yes, Frankie, you're on right now. Go ahead.
Oh, how you doing, Neil?
Okay.
I'm a big fan of your show, man. I would say the most overrated place would probably be Seattle.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Yeah, Seattle, I don't know, kind of weird, stupid. I mean, like everyone thinks it's like the rock and roll mecca, but it's not. I mean, there's not really that many good bands over there.
And it rains every day?
Yeah, it does.
And it's 1,000,000 miles from anywhere except Vancouver, I guess.
Yeah, you can't put Los Angeles either because it's already on there. But that's probably the best.
Okay, thanks, Frankie.
All right.
Have a great life. Frankie called from L.A. How do you like that? Listening on the internet?
Good.
Butch up a little, Frankie. When's his song coming out? So Seattle, should we put that on there or not? You've been there and you always said it was great.
It was fine. It was adequate.
I'll tell you what tells me that Seattle right off the bat is probably not as good as everybody's cracked it up to be is Mike Siegel was on the air there on KING. Mike Siegel. Today we're going to solve the problems of the medical profession, and next week we're going to solve the problems of the legal profession. Talk about a man who takes himself too seriously with a bad hairpiece, by the way. Mike Siegel. When I told you over the weekend, I'm channel surfing, and there's MSNBC, and they've got one of those contrived debates, for the war and against the war. That's another reason what is there to say anymore, We might as well play George Michael records all day.
I'll get right on that.
But anyway, so there's Chris Baker. Is Boca Brian there by any chance?
You're not going to believe it.
Yeah.
He walked in the door 5 seconds ago.
The psychic powers, man.
There you are. I thought about Mike Siegel, and I thought about a big bald spot, and then the next logical move from there was Boca Brian. And there he is. Remember that Chris Baker? He's another one. And you're telling me like you don't know that he's involved with Chris Baker and all those other losers.
I had no idea that
Boca
Brian had any dealings with Chris
Patterson
Baker.
and all those losers. So anyway, here's Chris Baker on MSNBC. Mr. Talk Show host. I guess he's in Omaha, or I don't know where the hell he is. He's probably syndicated to everybody else's except us. Huh?
I could look in Talker's magazine.
No, I don't want to know. And anyway, he's got his little earrings in each ear, and he's going on pontificating with his right-wing views and about let's go in there and kick some ass and a Bushmeister this and all this other crap. I thought, Jesus, you know what I thought?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, my God.
That was his claim to fame on IOD over and over.
Oh, my God.
That was his one drop-in.
Oh, my God.
Over and
oh, my God.
over and
oh, my
over.
God.
That was Chris Baker, the candlestick maker.
Houston.
He's in Houston. And I was going to say a good place for him. A little bit too, he belongs in Dallas, not in Houston. Houston's a little bit too progressive for Chris Baker. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
No.
19 to 1, we got the Mad Dog at 1 who's going to wish me a very, very happy 27th anniversary today. Better late than never. You think he will?
No.
See, even if he did now, it doesn't make any, it's meaningless, It's like sending somebody a birthday card a month after their birthday. It's even more embarrassing than just kind of like sliding by. And hey, let me tell you right now, guys, size makes a big difference. Just ask Tom Brady. He'll show you. He'll tell you. And according to the Florida Department of Labor, computer professionals have really big ones. Not as big as Tom Welling, who's got a size 14 shoe. Don't forget Smallville tonight. Of course, when we talk about big, we're talking about paychecks. According to the state of Florida, computer careers are among the highest paid and still, amazingly, in highest demand, which means you can get yourself a great career. FastRain can help you achieve that new high-paying computer career easy in just 4 short months. They've got locations all over town, so no matter where you be living, there's bound to be one nearby you. They're in Kendall, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Pembroke Pines, with day, evening, and weekend schedules. There is no excuse to stay one more day in a crappy dead-end job working for peanuts like an elephant. Pick up the phone and call Fast Train, 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. That's 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. They've got full-time job placement and guaranteed financing. What are you waiting for? Check them out on the web at fasttrain.com or call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. Now you can have a mighty big, impressive paycheck like those computer mavens.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Aliens, dumb as dirt.
Oh!
If you cannot find Osama Bomber rack, if the markets are a drama bomber rack, if the terrorists are frisky, Pakistan is looking shifty, North Korea is too risky, bomber rack. If we have no allies with us, bomber rack. If we think that someone's dissed us, bomber rack. So to hell with the inspections, let's look up for the elections. Close your mind and take directions, bomber rack.
Okay.
Fall in line and follow orders, bomber rack. For our might exceeds our borders, bomber rack. Disagree, we'll call it treason. Let's make war, not love this season, even if we have no reason, bomber rack.
1246 at 560 WQAM, the world-famous Mad Dog, Jim Mandich at 1. Now, what are we going to do with his show when we go back to 10 to 2? What are we going to do with him? Stick him in like 8 to 10?
Isn't he going to be doing 9 to 10?
8 to 10.
Okay.
Mo can do like 5 to 8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like 7:55 to 8.
4 to 7.
4 to 7 what?
In the morning.
4 to 7 in the morning would be good. Mad Dog 7 to 10. Us 10 to 2, Hank back to 2 to 6 is what we need from the Humper. Huh? Right. He agrees. Hank agrees, man. We missed that crossover. See, one thing I'll say about Hank, he acknowledges my existence, which I appreciate.
Are you eating?
I had a piece of provolone cheese. Is that okay? I was just about to talk about that, too.
Okay.
Like you're catching me eating something grotesque. Yeah, I had a little slice of provolone cheese, man, just to cleanse my palate before I get out of here and go to lunch.
All right. We're monitoring you, you know.
The most overrated salmon. In fact, I'm thinking now, you've heard of Canadian bacon, right?
Right. Back bacon.
What are you laughing about?
It's good.
I'm thinking I'm going to go out for lunch today, maybe get a little Canadian tube steak. The most overrated city in the world is Miami, 142. 142 votes. New Orleans, second, 78. Not even in the running with Miami. Paris, 66. Key West, 66. New York, 45. LA, 42. Vegas be having 29. Orlando, 26. Amsterdam, 19. Tampa, 14. Philadelphia, 12. Dallas, 11. Everybody else, small potatoes, single digits. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. WQAM.
Yeah, I'm looking for Senor Rogers.
You're looking for him?
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
How did I know? WQAM.
Yeah. Neil, happy 27 years.
I beg your pardon?
Happy 27 years on the air.
Yeah, thanks.
Could you play that Pete Rose?
No. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. We only got a few minutes here. Let's get the important stuff in here before we get out of here, before sports starts again on QAM. Sports! We're sports-ish. We're radio-ish. How's Clarence doing? You seen him today?
Yeah, earlier.
And what do you have to say? Sports.
Yeah.
WQAM.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you, buddy?
Okay.
Hey, I went to the IndyCar races on Sunday. It was my first race.
Sure did.
I did, really.
You did what?
I went to the IndyCar races.
Okay, it was boring the first time. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT. No, I don't want to hear about the IndyCar races. It's boring crap. It's even worse than playing golf. You know, at least playing golf is exercise. Going down there and watching people go around and around in a big circle. With all due respect to Joe Costello, it's terminal, man. Terminal. A lot of people go there. Yeah, and a lot of people go to McDonald's, too. I don't care. It's terminal crap. WQAM. WQO sounded like he had a good one coming out.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
It's got to be a full moon. What's going on?
Well, what's your story? What can we do for you, sir?
Listen, pal. It's just funny. I'm driving through Miami, and all you people got their head up so far up their freaking ass, it makes me nuts. These people driving Miami takes the cake, overrated.
WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, underrated, Miami, overrated, happy 27. And I will say that the periodicals are okay because some people have no computers.
What did he just say?
I was hoping you heard.
WQAM.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Can I just switch the subject for a little bit?
A new subject at 10 to 1?
Just a little bit. You were talking about last week, those couples. Remember the couples we were talking about?
Yeah.
I got one for you. How about Mo Howard and Will Chamberlain?
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's even more boring than auto racing, you know. WQAM. QAM, hola.
Hello?
Speak up, sir. Speak into that thing with the holes in it. Hello? Too late. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
I have no idea what game you were watching last night, but you got to give some credit to those Panthers, man. I mean, they look pretty good. You think that every time that the Leafs lose, that they didn't show up, but the Panthers played a good game.
Sir, let me say this to you, okay? With all honesty, the Panthers have a nice young team, and next year they could really go someplace. If Luongo wouldn't have played great last night, they would have gotten blown off the face of the earth, okay? Luongo and Kidd both played good, but everybody who analyzed that game from all sides, including the rim man, they all agreed it was a coma-inducing game. If you thought that was a good game, it's not sour grapes on my part, but I watch my team play every single one of their games. I know when they don't show up, and just as I predicted, they didn't show up last night.
Well, I like the Leafs too, so have a good day, Neil.
Okay, Reese. Lisa Marie. There's another hockey expert for you there. Robert Steinbach, not too late to rein in the lynch mob. What is this crap? Why did you fax this to me to put me in a sour mood at the end of the show?
Yes.
Oh, and here's Chronic Jane in Fort Lauderdale. Love you. Happy anniversary. The administration is making us neurotic. You know something? My life isn't based on the administration, okay? I'm going to continue living my life. They got this Khalid Mohammed Schwartz, whatever his name is.
Jeremy.
Great. They're doing a marvelous job with that stuff. Continue getting the terrorists. Let's keep stalling off this war as long as we can so that maybe we can get somebody to come to their senses, although I doubt it. And let's go on with life. I'm not going to be neurotic just because I work for Greg Reed and Muff. I refuse to do it, okay? And I'm not going to listen to George Michael records, okay, Lynn? I'm sorry. With all due respect, I will not listen to George Michael freaking records, okay? It's enough to make me cry. 12:53 at 560 WQAM. I didn't even cry when my little dog died. And speaking of dogs, all you dog lovers out there, let's introduce you to Bark Avenue Pet Resort in Hollywood. Bark Avenue Pet Resort is the only all-natural pet resort in America. A beautiful 10,000 square foot facility that offers boarding, grooming, and daycare. I only wish that Tiny could have been in there for a few days. Whether just for the day, daycare's open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., overnight, or for several months. Your dog will enjoy the comforts of luxury with oversized tiled suites with animal print beds, filtered smell-free air, cleaner than most homes, purified water for drinking, bathing, and washing. Bark Avenue top-notch groomers, Todd and Francesca, offer expert cuts on all breeds while using only pure chemical-free soaps and shampoos. To make a long story short, they take great care of your pet. At Bark Avenue, dogs aren't cooped up all day like at most places, and your dogs socialize according to their size in large play areas on soft agility mat flooring. And your dogs are always in the presence of a counselor while at play. Bark Avenue also offers feline boarding in their kitty condos area, hammocks included. You want to take a look for yourself? Log on to www.barkavpetresort.com. Got it?
Got it.
And take a virtual tour that allows you to look on your pet anytime when you have your pets there. Or you can see it right now even if your pet ain't there. Bark Avenue Pet Resort, they're located at 1400 South Federal Highway. Call 954-925-BARK or log on to barkavpetresort.com. Bark Avenue Pet Resort, the vacation spot that your pet will absolutely love.
And local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
They just increased us to high alert status. Hope no one blows up my brand new Dodge Stratus. I've been a wreck since they gave us the news. Popping Valium with a big glass of booze. I keep a gas mask in my glove compartment. I called Remax for a bomb-proof apartment. Reinforced my front door with cinder blocks. Wonder if that will keep out the smallpox. Checking my mail for that deadly white powder. Stocking my cupboards with Campbell's clam chowder. Living on orange alert sure ain't no fun. I think the terrorists already won. I can't take it, I won't make it. If it goes to red, I'll pull the covers up over my head and just stay in bed instead.
12:57. So I get another email from Lynn who says, it's your loss. It's a beautiful song. The George Michael song. So I guess we lose, huh? Because you don't want to, go on here and download it?
I'll do it right after the show. We can use it as an open tomorrow.
I don't want to hear anti-war songs. I don't want to hear pro-war songs. I don't want to hear George Michael songs.
It's an anti-war song.
Yeah, it's an anti-war song. What do you think it would be? A pro-war song from George Michael?
Faggery.
Are you out of your mind? What are you talking about?
A faggery song.
I wouldn't mind so much. I'd like to hear a nice song that I like from somebody heterosexual. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Just once. Just once this week would be nice. I mean, not that I have anything against my fellow fags out there, but I don't want to hear George Michael. I don't want to hear Miss Michael, and I don't want to be playing George Michael on the radio. This isn't a professional fag show, okay? God damn it! Man! So did you see Rosie on Donahue 2 weeks ago?
I bet he was uncomfortable.
Oh my God. I'll bet he was.
How could you see Donahue if she was on him?
She was spilling over into his seat. That cow. Disgusting bitch. Yeah, but she's a lesbian. Yeah, that's even all the more reason, okay? That's even all the more reason. I'm starting to get bitter, you know what? I'm starting to get really
don't
hostile.
do it.
I'll guarantee you the rest of the week is going to be wild shows this week, because I'm starting to get like a real bug up my ass, and I'm not holding anything back. I'm holding nothing back. Now that I'm getting a little bit of my strength back after my stroke, which I noticed went unmentioned, unnoticed on WQAM, because, we're radio-ish. Other than Mo making a caustic comment about reaching for the Kleenex or whatever the hell he was talking about, maybe to wipe his fat old ass, or to wipe off the mess he made from his bag.
whatever it may have been. Okay, let's cut the crap, okay? Because like I said, the rest of the week is going to be wild on this show because I got a big insect crawling up my ass, okay? A big one. Feels like an insect. The most overrated city in the world is Miami, 149, New Orleans, 79, Key West, 78, Paris, 68, Los Angeles, 45, New York, 45, Las Vegas, 30, Orlando, 29, Amsterdam, 19, which I find just absolutely shocking, almost scandalous, and Ann Arbor, Michigan, 175.
Bye! The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.